If it's a child,
So we should not yell.
obscenities.
Or can.
Okay, I mean, you can if you want to.
Penis!
That was your choice.
Who's your daddy?
He said I could.
Have you seen the clip?
You know, that's just
when
speaking
Benedict
I'm going to have
topical
to-
term
like
and
the
not
Tonight Show.
I'm going to have to make sure that
Yeah, I think
I
it's... Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Add that
Braden,
to the
please
bingo
clip
card.
Yep.
Oh,
So
brilliant. Thank you,
I'll-
Stephen.
You got it twice, so yay. Welcome to our weekly D&D sessions, mostly weekly. Welcome to our D&D game night tonight.
Mostly
We are
weekly.
here to have some fun and shenanigans, and they've already started. And you guys are welcome to listen in and sort of be the flies on the wall and see what's going on. We see a lot of you like week to week, so we know you're enjoying yourselves. We know you're having a good time,
Or you're just obligated
and
to
that
be here.
is so awesome. And we thank you so much for being here. Just a few quick reminders as we get started tonight. As always, the videos do go on YouTube. Yes, I know I'm missing one. I realized it about half an hour ago. It doesn't help anybody with trying to remember what the recap is from last week. I will rectify that in the coming week and get that up there. Meantime, you can find everything else we've done video-wise. It's all out there. Back episodes, one-shots, extra content, all kinds of fun stuff. Go check it out. If you haven't already, do hit like and subscribe. Make sure that you are a member over there to help us grow that side of things as well. We do run a Discord server. We use it mainly to let you guys know if there's a change to the schedule. I have been also just hitting a reminder that we are streaming at the regular time, and I forgot to do that as well. I'm giving it up to a holiday and not having a regular schedule today. I was relaxing. I was apparently relaxing too much. So, but yeah,
Relaxing
Discord's
so hard.
the place to go for any announcements pertaining to the schedule. That being said, that is all I have. Any other announcements around the table? Yes, no, maybe? No?
We're just whispering sweet nothings to my dice.
All
So they
right.
agree with me. It's
In
fine.
that case, who would like to do a recap for
I can
last
do it.
week?
I have a drawing that we don't want online.
I mean, we've already had a word online.
That is an
so-
anatomical
Quite
word.
apropos.
It
We
is.
now pretend
It
that
is.
is
Yeah.
profane.
Go ahead, Nat.
Oh, the butt room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Butt room.
Anyway.
Hang on, I want to see. Pass this over here. I want to see this picture.
No.
Lance, subtly check your phone.
Now we all know that you're checking your phone. So be as subtle as you possibly can.
No. So look, if you look at the light patterns in that room,
Yeah, no. I get it now.
it kind of looks like butts. Anyway.
I
Or
mean,
something else
in
with the-
in theater
Never mind.
lighting, they call those baby butts.
Really?
Yes, they do.
I've learned something new
In which
today.
case there is a plug involved in
Keith,
that.
Yeah, we talked
you
about
should
that too.
message me your address so that you don't say it on the internet. But I apparently need to. Someone's apparently dropping something off for me, and I apparently need to tell them where I am.
Okay.
There's
Never mind.
There's a note.
776.
555 555 5555.
555.
We also have a toll-free number, 1-800-BITE-ME.
Oh, I should go the Santa.
We live at 00.
Also, I apologize in advance. I'm not sick. I got sick several weeks ago, and the cough hasn't gone away.
My cough is not going away either.
Yeah, it's really obnoxious.
Mine only shows up when I lay down at night, but same. Yeah. I'm like a little old man Keith has to put up with.
Get off my lawn!
When you cough, I cough.
No!
I thought that was supposed to be yawns.
No.
Daniel, may I quickly just point out and ask why you're using very tiny dice?
Because I can't find my dice.
I bought these for him as a joke forever ago. It's the only dice he's got.
That's all I got.
Daniel, where's your character sheet?
Fold it
Fold
up,
it up
like
like
a
that?
monster. You're a
I love
madman.
you anyway, it's fine.
Wait, is that not supposed to be a thing?
Whoa, Daniel.
It's like dog-earing a book.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean,
but
yes,
that's how
yes,
I
yes.
No, don't you dare. You take those words back, Daniel.
Don't
you
let me
found
kill
it
you.
out, man.
Oh.
If you don't want them dog-eared, then don't give it to me.
Don't worry, he'll lose his eyesight squinting very hard trying to read those dice tonight. So I feel like that will be even for folding his character sheet.
All right.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
All right, so
You
we
freaking
began-
rolled a natural 20.
Oh, I did. That's my first roll.
Yeah, I think
Tiny
you
dice it
just
is.
accidentally
Okay.
uncursed,
Well, okay, hold on.
reverse cursed.
I'm keeping it over here.
These ones are fine. The ones in the bag over there will probably curse you personally. But
They've moved
Okay.
beyond cursing dice.
Oh. All right, we begin with everyone going to the sewers, except for Mal and Dels, who go to the river and chop off Mal's beard. He looks like a dwarven baby.
Not wrong.
No, because dwarven babies are born with beards.
Oh.
Oh,
That's worse.
at
oh.
least peach fuzz. I'm a cloud shadow.
A 9-month shadow.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was so weird.
Yeah.
Also, ooh.
C-sections. Okay. Dwarven baby. Max scouts ahead. There's gonna be a maze. Killian magics the gate open, and we sneak in all sneaky-like. There are shenanigans trying to break bars. Oh, okay, so I kind of forgot that I did this, but I did a very, green text version of notes this week, or last week. Rats. Mushroom. Not a rat king. Inger is flamethrower to the rats. Ice flamethrower. Gelatinous freaking cube. Gets Inger. And the rats. Inger makes it. Barely. More rats. More gelatinous cube. Rats die. Cube is a donkey. Donkey is okra.
Donkey's okra.
Another cube is ripped apart by violent butterflies. Skeletal remains have a weird deck of cards. We keep going. More cubes. Great sewer system if you don't want to die. Mal shadows past the cubes and finds a tunnel. There's a light in the tunnel. He bamfs out. Obviously, we go check it out. Real sneaky-like. There's a guy. Rough-looking guy. Killian goes invisible to get a better look. Killian sedates the guy. There's stuff. Books with voices. Voices are loud and talk about encyclopedia and oil paintings. Footsteps. Another dude. Initiative. That's where I stopped. Because I feel like the rest of it was just initiative.
Well,
Fighting.
yeah, pretty much.
I think we ended there.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Is
It was
that
a
where we
lot of
ended?
jello,
Yep.
a lot of rats, and we ended at initiative
So
after
I pulled him through the door.
dude guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I suppose reminds me, we should have initiative around the table.
I suppose.
Well, I rolled a 20 earlier.
That one didn't suck.
I suppose I should open my character sheet, huh?
Yeah, might be.
Yeah, where's your
helpful.
character sheet?
On my computer.
Lance
least his
has
was
been on his
presents.
computer for a long time though.
Mine is safe. It can't
Wow.
be
Folded.
damaged or abused or mistreated.
What?
Not
What?
true.
I can print this and it'll be pristine again. Like, would you be happy that?
Yes! Yes, if you would print that and keep it in like a protective sleeve and treat it with the utmost respect and care that it deserves, then yes, I would be happy.
I think they need
Don't
to
do it,
be
Daniel.
reminded.
Daniel's
do it,
gonna print
Daniel.
it and then just fold one.
Yes.
No, that's gonna be like the sleeve is gonna be too short, so I gotta like fold the bottom.
Ugh. No, he doesn't. He doesn't fold it. He starts rolling it up, and then like it gets smushed as he gets it in.
Your character sheet now
Just
looks like
crinkle
it
the
has a
bottom.
history.
Yeah,
Much like
it's
your character's invisible history that we haven't uncovered yet.
Invisible
Like-
history.
Yes.
That sounds like a YouTube series.
Probably.
I mean,
It might be one. I don't know.
Well, you can have me, Max. He's over with me.
That's right. That's right.
I'm sure we'll uncover
Chugga, chugga, chugga.
the location of Angel Grove.
Chugga,
one
chugga,
day.
chugga. Chugga, chugga, chugga.
I know.
That would make me laugh.
I'm glad.
Almost as much as the last Saturday when you guys were quoting something that I had never seen before.
We showed.
DBZ abridged.
Yeah, we showed him Dragon Ball Z abridged for the first time. It was beautiful.
Marco Polo you sent me this morning.
And then freaking got lectured for
Okay.
2 hours on
Fried chicken.
how all it works.
Macaroni and cheese.
Where
I
you
just
start,
love
Kate?
And asking questions.
Whoa.
19.
Well, what'd you roll?
Have a good
25.
night, David. It was good to see you for a second. We love you anyway.
Dels?
Would you roll?
Oh! That would be a 16.
20, but I rolled again. And it's 18. Plus
18?
2. Yeah, so 20.
5.
So,
Oh, thank goodness.
so 20? So is it 18 or 20?
It was 18 plus 2.
So it's
Yeah,
a dirty
20.
20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Steven.
I said 5. Oh, sorry. I did say it. 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, we got
Unnatural
distracted.
20.
All right. So between the two of you, who's got the higher dex
Yeah.
modifier?
George.
Between the two of us.
Daniel, what's your dex modifier?
What's your dex modifier?
I don't know. 2?
14.
It's me.
Okay.
14? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. So,
Just murder away. Just do the murdering.
all right. So, setting the stage for you guys.
I'm farther back, but
Setting the stage for you guys. Dells went over and pulled books out of a pile of stuff. They started making noise, and there were footsteps, and a door opened, and there's a guy standing in the doorway.
Hi.
Keith,
Uh,
may I wander
One-
you a question that will help the stream?
1 second.
I don't think that's a word.
Fine, I'll just go out and say it. Can you make it so they can see all of us except they can see more than just the three of us, please?
Oh, well,
Oh,
Sure,
jeez. Yeah,
I
we were
guess.
just hanging out there.
I guess.
Oh, hush. You're like the cutest person on this side. No offense, Brayden. You're like,
No, it's fine.
Apparently, that
I'm the
is
cutest
the
person on this
oldest
document.
documented
You are.
African American family that has come from African ancestry to present day America. The
What?
Quander family.
What?
I said
the more
quandary, but that's
you
fine.
know.
Okay.
Man, everybody is
So
just a little
confused.
off today.
Yeah, everyone's like chasing rabbits. What?
I didn't do it.
Rabbits,
So.
rabbits.
You
I
gotta.
want to go first. Where am I?
No, the quandary was
so
tell Keith that he needed
you
to change.
are. Where are you? You are right here.
Where's the guy?
So the guy is here.
And Killian's hidden behind the door.
And he hasn't done anything?
He's open. He has literally had time to open the door, and he is revealing himself to you guys.
Put some pants on!
randomly kill the guy. This is like
Honey,
my
see,
dream.
nudity makes you stronger on this planet.
Well, you're about to find out if
So,
your little lesson
I mean,
worked.
so the door's opening, and he's
Waited
you know
train
clearly
comes.
got a what the hell's going on look on his face.
I'm going to draw or knock an arrow, make sure that I am in his line of sight, and hold my action for him to do something stupid.
Okay. Well, he has clearly noticed you.
Is he going to do something stupid?
It's not his turn.
It actually is.
Oh, gosh, dang it.
Oh, he's first?
He's after her. Yeah.
Oh.
Who the hell are you people? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
You're
This is our secret hideout.
People don't belong in a sewer, bro. Just tell me.
People don't belong in a sewer, bro.
I didn't knock on your door. You knocked on my door.
Yep, that's gonna. Yep. There we go.
Roll for confusion.
Roll for confusion.
And your buddy was
So he
clearly
rolled a
sharpening
natural
his knife
20 and it's
behind his
like-
back.
We were here first. So
Technically,
I'll ask
we were here first.
again,
You opened
what
the
are
door.
you doing here? And he's, his hands are going to go down to his side, but
How
he's
would
he's
you do that?
he's not drawing anything yet.
You make a valid argument, sir.
I asked you first.
How good a swimmer are you,
Uh,
sir?
So we'll call that sort
Okay.
of that part of the round. Killian.
You hold.
They're probably magic users. They're not going to turn us in.
What? You don't know that.
Okay, there's a fair possibility.
I'm gonna hold my action for things to escalate.
Okay.
Good
As escalate they will.
Tommy.
yes, Tommy.
What?
What are you gonna do with this situation?
Nobody's bitter about your name, Tommy.
Not even a little.
Apparently not, but if you were wondering, this is what I look like.
Please tell me you printed out.
Oh yes.
I did.
Oh yes.
Wait,
what-
doesn't this mean like later in life, don't you become the mentor to a whole new generation of Power Rangers?
could be.
Couple times.
It depends if Keith's into that or not.
He's into that.
I mean,
I'm not sure what that fetish would be, but okay.
Well,
Are
it's-
you into mentoring children?
it exists for somebody, so.
Please take your turn.
I can't see where I'm at.
You are.
So
over
this is you.
Yeah, you went to go check that other door.
Right, and so the guy's on the other side.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
on the other side. You have not seen him, can't see him yet.
Oh, speaking
On
of
the
which,
plus side, he also cannot see you.
All right.
So,
Wait.
Is there anybody at the door that we're watching?
Wait, Keith. Why can he not see across to that door?
he can see across to the door. He just can't see the guy
Past the door,
standing
yeah.
there inside the door.
Okay.
Line of sight.
Yeah.
Was there anybody knocking or like trying to get through the door
Uh,
that I'm at?
Make me make me a. No. What's your passive perception? This one won't be a roll necessarily.
10.
You haven't heard anybody coming that direction.
Or, well, I see the commotion over there. There's plenty of people over there. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to continue watching the door.
Okay, so you're just sort of holding your action until
Yeah.
someone or something comes through that door.
Yeah, but I'm being mindful of what's going on the other side.
Okay. So you did hear the. Actually, make me. Just roll me a d20.
Oh, that's D20. Okay. That's 16? No, it's not.
Should I bring a
No.
Magnifying glass next
I
time?
got it. 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to borrow some dice?
No. These are mine.
Mine aren't tainted.
You said taint.
So there is something familiar about that voice, and it tickles the back of your brain,
Oh,
but you're not real
in
sure.
a good way.
You're not real sure what.
Is it a
These guys are
tickle,
gonna be
tickle,
Power
tickle,
Rangers.
or a tickle, tickle?
When the fight starts, he's gonna transform.
You
Transform.
gotta call his Zord.
I was gonna say this is where they keep them.
Is that big pool of water like where Zordon's
Exactly.
Why are you mad at me?
So yeah. That is something, the voice sounds familiar, but you're not quite able to place it.
Okay, then I'm gonna focus on thinking about that voice and see if I can remember. Just
'Kay.
maybe next turn.
Stroke your beard.
Stroke. I don't have a
Um,
beard.
that will bring us around to singing.
Okay, so the last thing he said was what now?
We were here first.
Yeah, the last thing he said was, "We were here first."
And Cabbage was like, "You make an excellent point."
We received word that there was a donkey stuck in the sewer.
We're maintenance. That's the route you want to go.
I don't know if he's a good witch or a bad witch yet.
Roll me a deception check.
This is gonna go
You know,
so
it wasn't
well.
going to be a fight until right just now.
What, they're going to initiate
Now-
a fight because we said we
I don't
were
think
gonna
this.
lie on
I don't think
clearly,
this
yeah.
actually changes things. But now I will. There is word that there is a donkey in the sewer. I heard the word that made the donkey happen in the sewer. So I'm just saying. Oh, that was not terrible.
Yeah,
Where's...
but it's a negative.
Shut up. It's still 16. At least buys us time while we figure out what the hell else is going on here. Maybe, if it's successful.
Give me a second here.
Yeah, my
Sorry,
persuasion
guys.
is also a
I have a
-1,
plan.
so it doesn't matter if it's
I'll pull it
stretched
out.
honesty or not.
Your violent butterflies.
No.
Yes, okay, Milo
Fireball.
polymorphed a,
Who did? Oh, you're explaining to someone,
Yes.
not this guy.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no. This is to chat. This is not see me. Milo polymorphed a gelatinous cube that was being used to clean the sewer systems out into a donkey so that we
His name
didn't
is
have
Okra.
to. His name is now Okra.
Is he still Okra? Yes, I am. Yes, he is.
I mean, now
But we
even
did not. We
even
didn't.
when
I haven't
it
done anything
becomes-
else.
Yes, to me, even when he becomes a gelatinous cube again, he will still be Okra. He will just be Okra the gelatinous cube instead of Okra the donkey.
No, someone turned him into a Jello salad.
I'm confused and I've been paying attention. Relatable.
Okay, so, so you can't see him, but you sort of yelled out across. You heard the thing about a donkey.
Keith, should we see more on the Twitch stream screen than this screen?
What?
What do you mean?
I see like a shape. on the
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's the hype cup. It's part of the overlay. It bounced over and is now like really, really terribly positioned.
Okay.
If you like zoom,
Cool.
if instead of squinting,
So,
you can like zoom.
You know what, Brayden?
is that the hype cup?
I wasn't referring to
It,
you. was
I
referring-
changed it, so yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's a new hype cup.
Got it.
Okay, so you are actively trying to. So the thing is, he also rolled a 16,
Yeah.
So good.
Jeez, you too.
which means you hit the DC, I guess, for him to believe you, but it's borderline. He's like,
I mean, that's fair.
well, there's not a donkey in this part of the sewers, so I'll ask again, what are you people doing here?
Why is there a giant crack between the sewer and here?
This is going badly.
I know to doubt.
I'm gonna hold my actual attack action
Okay.
though.
Probably a good thing Mal is last.
These are all questions. It might not be good
Of
ones,
course
but
they
they're
are.
all questions.
Of course they are.
Truth.
That is what will set us free.
Also, does he see his buddy?
It's like, I appreciate that he has not yet noticed his buddy
Unconscious on the
who's on
ground.
the ground unconscious. So far, we've managed to avoid that part of the question.
Oh,
Shink, 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 shink.
Behind his head.
oh.
Yep.
I hope this isn't what I think it is.
So.
Oh, are we in the kind men's territory over here? No.
Worse.
Oh.
I think it's worse. I think it's
Uh-oh.
much worse.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh.
so.
Are there any goldfish in the sewer?
Alright, so some other things happen, and now it's Dell's turn.
Some other things happen.
I'm like,
Mystery character 5
Oh,
takes
this
their
was-
turn.
This was on a 19,
so I go,
I think.
when she says donkey, what she's talking about is that this is a haunted sewer and we are busting the ghosts. And I go, ghosts! And I cast dancing lights. And I can make it look like one glowing, vaguely humanoid form of medium size.
Okay, so you can do that. Are you trying to hide that you're casting the spell?
I want to be subtle because it is a strange magic. I assume that people may not be like,
Wait, you're a sorcerer though, right?
yeah.
Are you using subtle spell? With your metamagic?
She does not have
metamagic?
subtle. She does not have subtle meta magic.
I'm trying to be subtle when I say, look! Ghost!
No, but I could do it twice.
Oh.
So
Got
I'm
it.
just like
Okay, so
Just like when you
So-
kill this guy.
ghost.
so I'm gonna have you do me a sleight of hand
Now he has
check
to die.
Okay.
to cast the spell in a subtle way so that
Danny,
he
earmuffs.
won't notice.
Okay.
Something not got see me. She just need to see the murder.
Close your eyes.
I'm going to go ahead and can I roll that again?
I don't know, can you?
Wait,
Using
wait.
what?
Did you just straight up ask the DM, can I just re-roll this, please?
I have favored by the gods.
There is
As
a reason.
God.
Can I re-roll that?
I
God.
don't know if that's a saving throw or
That's not very good. I'd like to do this
Uh,
differently.
Favored by the gods. What is favored by the gods?
it is where I can roll again.
I don't think it's going to connect.
Oh no, I have to add.
It is-
I have to add to it. Never mind.
He
Roll that
believes.
help.
Just
I
look.
got a 10
Okay.
on the subtleness.
Well, lucky for you, he is not super perceptive.
It is
Oh wait.
because of the ghosts.
No, yeah, no.
The ghosts.
Oh wait. No perception. He's got his proficiency +3.
No.
He rolled an 8.
Oh.
+3 is 11.
No. Okay, wait. I want to use
Counter spell.
careful spell.
Oh.
Counter spell by spell. They've changed my mind.
I don't remember if I've used favored by the gods since our last resting rest.
Did you use it
I don't.
in swimming?
I think so.
I probably used it in swimming and cheese.
But we did have a short rest. What does it reset on?
A long rest.
Oh.
Okay. So
Yeah. So.
All right, so I feel that way.
Okay.
Ghosts.
So you are going to automatically fail your deception check because of. Actually, no. Let's make it a deception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
So
Just
so I understand you don't like us killing. How do you feel about elective killing someone who could pose a that's 2 9s?
those are both 9s.
No, those are 6.
Oh,
Those are
no.
both 6s. Never mind.
Wait, but I have
Well,
plus
wait,
8.
one is a 9, one is a
Plus
6.
So I have 8, 9, 8 plus 6.
No, one of them is a 9.
So 8
One of
plus
them's a 6. Why are your dice like that?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14
14.
on my deception.
Okay.
Are they both?
Is going to beat his 6 wisdom. So it's like
There is a ghost.
there is a ghost, but you did a spell. It's like
I did a spell to protect you from ghosts.
That's even worse.
Wait.
Okay.
What
so
point-
this guy
What point
is
of
so,
don't use magic? Have you
This
not
guy
understood?
is so confused right now about what's going on.
That's okay. So is Killian.
And
You might become the first assisted player character death done by the other players of your party.
Nope.
For the safety of others.
And
She
I'm
must
still
go.
holding, I think, the muffled books.
And yeah.
Oh no. Oh gosh.
And that then
This is going
brings
very
us
poorly.
I
to
feel like,
Mal.
wait, I feel good. You
Uh,
have a knife for me?
Oh,
Mouse.
sorry.
Probably
No,
feel
no,
from
not
behind
quite.
the door.
Not quite.
Killian's what the fuck?
I'm having a nice sit down in the sewers with Inger and Max. I have no reason to think that anything is wrong. No one has told me anything. So I am
Good
twiddling my
point.
thumbs
Good
in
point.
the middle
You
of the
are
sewer.
way over
So,
here.
you all can figure this out yourselves.
Yep.
He's
And
like,
I'm
there.
the one that will get us in trouble.
Like, it's pretty peaceful.
Yep. You're over here. Nothing going
What's
on.
going on? Mal, it's your turn.
Now it's Mal's turn.
Oh, apparently
what are
we
the-
need to shift this down some. So
What are the
pick her up.
chances of you just forgetting that we were here?
Not very good, I'd say. The boss doesn't take too kindly to strangers walking around.
Boss.
Sorry then. Mal's going to jump up, grab his neck, and
We don't
like,
know who the boss
squeeze.
is.
So where are you?
I was the one who was right in front of the door.
Yeah, so you've still got some. So you do have some room to cover to get to him. So you're just gonna close.
Wait, so I was the one like right in front of the door as it opened, and Killian was right behind it.
Right.
Terrible rubber.
Well, I mean, okay. So I didn't move you up on top of his.
Yeah, like I was right in front of the door.
He was right in front of the door.
It was a spell.
Because we heard them coming.
Okay.
They've been worried about me this whole time.
So what are you going to try and do?
I am jumping up and grappling. I'm trying to bring him to the ground so that Killian can stabby him.
All right. So make your
With a syringe of go sleep juice. Calm down.
I believe that not at all.
Go to
That is what
sleep,
Mal-
Joe?
That is what Mal is thinking.
I'm not sure that's what Killian's thinking.
I mean,
Doesn't have any more.
oh no! Mal has no idea.
Okay.
So that's just like an attack roll, right? So
It's
that
an
would be-
athletics check if you're trying to grapple him to the
Oh,
ground.
that's better. That's good.
Could just talk to him.
Yeah, I tried.
16.
His 18 beats yours, so he slides out of the way and sort of smacks you against the door jamb. And then his hand goes to his dagger and he draws it.
You shouldn't have done that. Because that is one of my attacks. We're gonna do this again, and I'm popping out a shadow behind him.
With Peter's hand.
Do you not flank with your shadow?
No, my shadow doesn't
This
flank.
could have been bad.
Also, you are seeing behind him now, there is somebody in the corridor behind him.
Of
course.
Come along.
That guy didn't see me cast a spell.
Just dab a ghost into existence.
So Mal's gonna miss again,
The
like
dab.
almost for sure, since that's a 9.
That's
Yep.
why they.
And then the
Totally
shadow
leave
is
the
going
village.
to stab him in the back.
Yikes.
Steven!
19.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Mal has information that you guys don't.
I'm like, oh!
Holy hell.
You know, I've been wondering that about a lot of people's reactions in this circumstance.
I feel like mine was okay.
No, yours was great.
Mine was okay.
Yours was great.
Yours. I had questions.
This is we were investigating a donkey.
I had more questions about that.
I know.
You cast a spell!
Okay, so
This is our fight or flight reactions, and they're terrible.
lie, well,
so
lie, but do terrible at it.
She didn't actually
can
lie.
your shadow occupy the same space as another creature.
No.
It cannot. No.
In that case, he does not have enough room to be adjacent to the
There's a
the
gap.
person in front of you.
So he is directly behind.
He's
this guy?
directly behind him.
Oh, then I probably wouldn't have attacked in the first place if I saw it. Okay. Cool.
So what are you doing with your
Well,
shadow then?
With that information, nothing, because I probably wouldn't attack if I'd seen somebody immediately behind him, but because that would have been a poor
if you want to
choice.
roll it
That
back,
would
we
have been a
can.
poor choice.
Yeah, because there's somebody right on top of him. If we could have pulled him in and quieted him, that would have been very different. So he said, no, boss would be mad if we did that, yeah?
Yep.
Happy birthday to me.
So I know what to make
In that case, Mal is just going to, like, shuffle to the side, closing the door a little further towards the wall to keep Killian inside, but he will step out of the way. And he will just be holding up 2 fingers like this, where Killian can see it.
We're walking.
Okay.
You're saying this to like.
So Mal's just being real polite, like, of course, come right on in.
Vastly different
Yes.
situation.
Very, very different situation.
Yeah, if there's 2 of them, Mal can't just get them quiet fast, so...
Yeah. That's
All right.
fair.
So that will take us back to the top of the round and Cabbage.
Cabbage.
don't want
Salvage
that.
this.
Okay, hold on.
So you can still can still just see the one person.
And you didn't stab him?
No. So
Okay,
what happened
because-
was
okay.
you did your whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Simi said, we're looking for donkeys.
And he was
Del
like, the
said,
hell?
actually, it's haunted magic. Mal went,
Stab.
you're not going to just forget about us? He's like, no, I'm not. And then Mal just sort of stepped aside, like, well, then come on in.
I feel like
Waving
this
2
is a very
fingers.
important tell, though. Like, how he responds to being invited into this group of people
And
who
you
just
know
did
that
magic.
Killian is on the other side of the door where he can't see me yet.
Invited into his own hideout.
Okay, well, my name's Cabbage. What's your name?
Wow.
Why do you? Never mind.
Yep. Let's just use our real names again.
I don't feel like it matters. We're already
I
in
thought her
the
name was Eleanor.
in the
She lied to you.
company of criminals.
Also, a lot of people in this town also know her name, so I'm not going to
That's
be
true.
using
That's
my
true.
real name, but it does kind of make sense for you to use
You
yours.
can call me Duncan.
Duncan. That's a
Maybe
good
not
name.
his name. Call him.
And
Can we
so
arrive you with something?
Like donuts?
Giant pastries, perhaps?
I. so he's not going to go past you. He's going to make sure that you.
He's not going to step into the room full of people
Because
with
he's
weapons.
not a moron.
And no, I don't think you can bribe me.
Oh, no, that was Steven, because
Oh.
Dunkin' Donuts.
So, I believe there's clearly been some misunderstandings here.
No, I think I understand the situation perfectly. You guys found our hideout.
Admittedly,
Why
we
would
weren't
you
looking.
call it a hideout? You could have just lied right here, right now.
Yeah,
Earlier.
but as your friend Cabbage,
That's actually my name.
I mean,
sure it is.
I do understand why nobody believes it's my name.
Pointed out, it is a bit unusual to be here in the sewers.
and you couldn't come up with anything on the fly.
It's not something we've had to deal with before.
So,
So I'm going to ask again, what are you doing here and why?
Ghost.
Yeah, I guess I have to wait until my turn at this stage.
So are you doing anything else? Or are you still just...
No, I'm holding my action.
Double down on ghosts.
Is he? So he hasn't gone past him, but has he like stepped out of the doorway?
So he has moved into the room, but he's like standing right there in the doorway. Actually, at this point, he needs to do something else. Nope. Okay. So his eyes are all on Mal and Cabbage at this point.
Is he positioned in such a way that if Killian wanted to, he could quickly step out from behind the door and step behind him.
No.
Kick the door
No.
and let him fly into the water.
Can we just talk this out, guys,
Oh,
please?
actually, this guy hasn't had a chance to move yet because it's not his turn. So he has sort of stepped up into the room, but he hasn't really left the doorway yet. So the door is, the
But-
door
but
open. You're still,
his attention is on Mal.
yeah. His attention
Okay,
is on
Killian's-
Mal and Cabbage at this
Killian's
point.
gonna try and sneakily step out from around the door and get in close to him and hold one of his swords up.
It is real tight.
I'm sure it is.
Sneaking's not
You'll have to step out, like swing the door further open and step back in.
That's okay.
And you're trying to do this stealthily?
Well, I'm trying to take him by surprise before he can respond.
Okay.
I
Are they being
admit
any kind
he
of
won't. He will
aggressive
know
at
I'm
all?
there, but I want it to be fast so he can't
Put
grab
a
pull
foot
his
in front of the
or
door.
like pull his weapon out or
Just-
take a step back. Like Killian wants
Okay.
to try and get in on top of him real fast.
Then just make me a dexterity check.
Are you sure that there's only 2 guys? Is there another one behind them?
Oh, there could be more.
I mean, you don't have a secret hideout of 2 guys.
Technically, there's
I mean-
3.
I mean, one of them's just unconscious.
Well, Keith, that's an actual 20.
Okay. On the off chance that he can. Nope. Okay. All right. So you're able to. So you step out, fling the door open, and get your blade up.
All right, so he's gonna try and get it right up as close as he can into his throat, so that he's very
Okay.
docile, and be like, "So, we had a tip that there was magic in these sewers. That's what we're here for.
Did you now?
Yup.
And who would you be working for?
Ourselves.
As dumb as that sounds, it's
It's actually true. Like, Simeon
Yeah,
actually,
all of us
like,
are kind of
that's,
like-
yeah,
and Killian's
yeah.
gonna just kind of like, so
That
he's holding,
tracks.
he's holding the sword up, but he's just gonna try and look past him just to be like, no, I've
Okay.
got a hostage. Nobody come in and be like, we're just seeing what was down here because we heard that there could be magic down here in these sewers. Did not expect to find all of this. Not
You heard from who?
Whom?
heard is a figure of speech.
Then I'm
Alma's showing.
pretty
Calm
sure the boss would be really interested to know how you found that out.
I would be very interested in talking with your boss,
Maybe?
but that's going to depend on whether things here escalate or not.
Wait. Can we find out who his boss is before we
Killian
say
is-
that?
Don Giovanni.
Killian brought you all with him, and your responses were, "We're looking for a donkey, and it's a haunted sewer." You could have just said nothing. You could have stood there silently and not said anything, but no!
We have graduated from us, like, dorking around in the back of a jewelry shop, though. I was just trying to find something.
the back! So, in the front! So Killian, with the sword, is gonna be, so happy to have a discussion about it, but I want to stop things before they escalate. We can either have that discussion, or you can go back into your hideout. We'll leave the sewers and pretend we never saw you, and everyone can go on living their lives.
Okay.
Your choice.
All right. So I will definitely have to take that under consideration. Tommy,
Yes, sir.
make me a.
Tommy from across the room. George?
By George, I think I'm going. It's George.
Make me a perception check.
I'm not very perceptive.
It's okay. Oh no, you're not.
Oof!
Natural 1.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Nice.
Can he be favored by the gods?
Nope.
It's most definitely
Afraid
not.
not. Okay.
Roll this.
So,
Why? It's bad.
It's
so,
just terrible.
so it is now your turn. What are you doing? So you kind of, you're still focused on this door in front of you, and you hear something happening across the sump on the other side of the room.
Who's next to me?
See me.
Okay.
The self-appointed moral system of the group.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna sit here and watch this door. I mean, I don't really know if there's anything else going on. Like, I don't hear fighting yet.
No, you don't hear fighting yet.
appreciate How dutiful you are being. You're just like, I have one job. I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna do it real well.
Well, they don't know that we're over there either. So
Right.
Well, I mean, at this point,
They
he
don't
can
know
he
you're
can
over there. They know
They know
Stevie is.
me.
at this
Yeah.
point he could see you. He's kind of got other things going on right now, so he's a little preoccupied. But you, I mean, if you were paying attention, you could see him, but you're not paying attention. You are like focused on this doorway in front
But I
of
think
you.
if a fight breaks out, you have the right idea.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just bust into the door and split them.
So
I'm not-
is there anything you want to do with that information? Any actions you want to take right
I
now?
don't think I can do anything.
No.
I can throw a javelin, but I don't think we're going to do that.
Yeah, at the moment you don't really
Yeah, there's nothing to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
against the rules.
So
you don't really have a target right now.
yeah, nothing.
Except Stevie.
CD, it is now your turn.
Just gonna hold my action. I am not gonna talk because clearly she is too much of a screw up to speak.
You
So-
could start walking down along the ledge there.
You could.
Silly.
Is that a pit?
Yeah, so it's you know it's
A little
one
waterfall
step down.
situation.
Okay.
It's one step down, and then it's a pit that goes way down. Is what that is.
Okay.
So so there's this like 10-foot walkway around everything, and then a real narrow ledge, and then a hole that the water is falling down into.
Okay.
Okay. And he is at the door.
Yeah, he is
over
at the
there.
door. You can actually see him.
Okay.
And Mal waggled two fingers for anybody who was paying attention.
I will.
was like-
I will draw closer to them.
Okay, so you're
Flashing
gonna
names.
sort
I was
of.
just saying,
How far do you want to go?
Yo.
I'll kind of split the difference so that I'm there close and can move in, but I'm gonna hold my attack.
Okay.
The fisherman symbol for I see a fish.
Make me a.
2 big ones.
Fishies.
I got 2 big ones.
Oh, that's actually the full picture. There's not a walkway around that. Okay.
So there's like a little tiny ledge where you're standing.
Yeah.
You're agile. I think you're fine.
Yeah, probably. Sure.
You can swim.
This is
right?
gonna go so well.
Breathe underwater.
Do you have a?
True.
Do you have a climbing speed at all?
I don't think so yet.
What level do you get that as a monk?
You don't get to necessarily get a climbing speed.
Yeah, but you get the ability.
But
to
you
run
get
along
the
walls
you do
and
get the ability to,
Slow fall.
as you are moving, be able to go
Like
on
parkour
on,
stuff.
Yeah.
walls and that. I
And
think
she
she
has
does
a-
have that.
You
I
do have to
believe so.
return to the ground at the end of
I
your
believe she does
movement,
do
though.
Yeah.
Maybe not realistic.
I'll have to double check on that.
So
but
I
I'm
assume
sure.
you're not going all the way across. You're just kind of stopping.
Yeah, I'm
We're
gonna
about
get
halfway.
closer so that
Okay.
I can be.
Just make me a dex. Make me either an
Shifting.
athletics or an acrobatics check.
Don't screw up. Nat 20.
Woo!
Oh yeah, you're out there, hanging by your fingertips and just kind of hanging out.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out by my fingertips? Seems like wasted energy.
Well, I mean,
Feels like balance on my toes.
Nope, fingertips.
Okay, fingertips.
You're
Well,
doing
I
a
mean,
fingertips
you're
are
doing
cooler.
you're doing a hand
I mean,
Okay.
you're on your toes, and you've got the one hand up there. You're just kind of very light against all of your points of contact.
Being a dope.
You're just being very, very. I mean, you're very relaxed where you are.
Okay, cool.
Few people are as relaxed as you when hanging off a ledge.
Indeed. Now, out over this drop, you do realize that it goes down a pretty fair ways. It's
When in doubt,
Are there
Sparta is
bodies
an
down in the
option.
corner there?
Ooh.
there are actually.
Do they look recent?
No, they do
Okay.
not look recent. So it looks like that pit is probably about 10 to 15 feet below the upper level. And from where
That's not
you
that
are,
far.
it's not that far, but from where you are, you can also see that you are, that the water shaft also goes down even below that. Looks like it's probably 20 feet or so below where you actually are, that the water bottoms out.
Okay. It took me a minute to actually understand that sentence. I'm better now.
Okay.
So it's about a 5 foot
I believe it is
Like-
Dell's turn.
deep vat thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about about 5 feet deep. Then it is
I believe it is Dell's turn.
Dell's turn. Dell, you are actually before I go there.
Something secretive happens.
Secret.
So the
Secret,
guy
secret.
that's right behind moves up.
Behind Duncan.
Moves up, and then the door across opens up as well. And
Gear
ano-
up, bro.
and Tommy, you can see that there are 2 more guys coming down the hallway in front of you.
2 dudes right here.
What are they dressed like? Are they dressed like Tommy?
They are not dressed like Tommy. No, they are.
Different season.
Rangers.
Different season.
Might just be in their Screech clothes.
This is this is the Dino Thunder Squad.
Oh no!
Actually, do make me a perception check real quick, because you are focused on this.
Wasn't there a season of Power Rangers that was like
You don't?
Mystic something or
Six.
other?
Yeah, wizard
Six.
power.
6.
There was not.
The door opened, and that sort of threw off all of your. The door opened, and suddenly it's like, okay, go time now, and so you're not really seeing what you're seeing just yet.
Okay.
It's like you see people coming through, and you're not registering faces yet. All you're seeing is bodies moving.
But
But you see bodies.
But it is now Dell's turn.
I have a couple questions.
Okay.
How far am I from that first door that had opened?
From the first door.
Yeah. So not with Tommy yet.
About 50 feet.
Ah, okay. Okay, then how far am I from the second door that opened?
About 30.
Okay. How is this door opened? Like, did it like open it to the side? Is it like
Yeah,
Blocking
no,
the door?
no, it's not pocket doors. It's a regular on hinges. It swings open.
It's like-
it swings away from the
like
from the
open
pit.
it like this? Like space someone could crawl through maybe?
What now?
What are you? What?
Like, did they open the door where it's like their stance is open, or did they open it and they're kind of like?
I was trying to figure out like what kind of doors are you familiar with?
getting pretty
No,
technical.
so it's like he opened the door, and he's got a weapon in his hand,
Okay.
and it looks like he's ready for action.
Okay, I'm going to.
Give him some action.
Let's see.
Action.
I'm like
Action
the
all
action.
over him.
Give
Uh,
the action.
Bring the action.
okay. Where's my spell? Where's my?
know that right now.
You one level off.
Where the heck?
So close.
From walking on water.
Oh.
I feel
Oh,
like
that's such a
to
high
understand
spell
the
slot,
most
though.
of this campaign, I need to watch Power Rangers.
Okay. I
I haven't really, like, I
I'm
only
like,
have those memories from as a child.
I don't even have those.
go, Ghost Be Gone! And I drop the cantrip and I'm gonna go invisible.
Con.
Okay.
I'm gonna go invisible.
So
Ghost gone.
All right. So you are invisible.
And then I would like to see if I can, like, sneak through past them, whether it's under the legs or, like,
Okay.
It's gonna take all your movement to get to them.
Yeah, it's going to take all your movement to get even with Tommy at this point.
you're doing all this from way far away.
I mean, you can
Kind
do
of moving,
that.
like in the corner of the room.
Like they're not even actually seeing it. It's
well,
like-
I'm going to
wrong
attempt to get as
place.
close as I can through the door.
Okay.
But I'm still invisible.
So you're going to move basically even with Tommy.
Okay,
Is-
yeah.
Or
Simi, here's a question. I know you don't like killing people, but what do you feel about Clockwork Oranging her to stop using magic in front of people?
Clockwork what?
Clockwork Oranging.
What?
okay.
Unfamiliar.
Oh,
Wow.
and I whisper.
We'll show you later, and
I'm like,
your mind will be haunted
I'm
forever.
right here.
What?
Then it spouts out. I'm
Very
right here.
Don't spaz out.
So how do you?
This is-
It's
So
a fishing term. Steven.
there's a disembodied voice that sounds vaguely familiar in your ear that says, "Don't spaz out. I'm right here."
What? I'm spazzing out right now.
It's a term for when a fish like starts to flip
Okay.
around. We call it a spaz fish.
And
You're a fisherman.
Milo, you are still unaware that
Great.
anything
So,
is happening.
so we've moved you tic tac toe, and I lost. So
You lost.
Max is gonna
let
come
us
back with a long.
move on. Let us move on.
Let us move on
Let's
to
move on
someone else.
Max
So,
is gonna come back with like 5 gold from winning.
Okay. Mal.
That is a good. I forget why he had both with him. Was one maybe supposed to?
All right, so
It's
what's
not real.
what happens now?
Doing a terrible job of it.
Well, I
There's
suppose
something
that
to be out
is
of
up
gold.
to you and your friends.
Well, no, because you said that you were not gonna just forget that we were here. So you clearly have a plan. What happens now? Do we leave?
I don't
Do
know.
you?
Where
Do we go meet your boss? Do we fight? Like, what's going on? I need to know specifically what's happening.
I need to know what the plan is.
What is on the agenda?
If I told you to leave, would you?
Probably, yeah.
Then get out of here.
All right.
Mel's gonna turn around
Okay.
and start walking away.
You're killing some big. All right, let's leave.
Okay.
And he's gonna
I
just
think-
slowly, like, still with his weapons out, but Killian
Okay.
also just slowly, like, all right, if we're leaving.
Nice to meet you, Duncan.
One of you's missing.
I'm gonna pop up my shadow right next to me.
Hey, see, now Killian's gonna stop. Now, see, how would you know that?
Because I counted 6 of you when I came through the door, I'm counting 5 of you now.
I was gonna look around and be like, wait.
Oh, yeah, Killian's gonna look around. Killian's gonna do that too now.
Who's missing?
Well, we are missing one.
You?
Wait.
no, your lovely wife who
Oh,
decided to go invisible.
That's right. Yep.
Okay. You are right. I have
But
no idea where they went.
This was not planned. We're not doing anything devious.
But
We're missing a
we're
friend.
leaving peacefully. It's just gonna keep backing up. Like
Okay.
You're right. We are missing one.
Let's drop initiative here at this point.
Okay.
If we have to go back to it, we will.
Okay.
So he's not gonna sheath his he's not gonna
Yes.
sheath his weapons, but he's also not going to advance as you guys are moving away.
We're gonna do this awkward like standoff shuffle back.
What did you guys do to Kenneth?
He'll be fine. He'll wake up. He might have a little bit of a headache when he wakes up, but he'll be okay.
He's going to sort of kneel down and check a pulse.
He sharpens his knives really weird.
Like seriously, you should have a talk.
Sharpening
with
your
him
knife
about
by your
that.
head is a dangerous pastime.
Go on.
Oh, yeah. Yep. All right. This is
Dells.
all of us, I hope.
Radish?
Radish! Sorry.
But yeah, kill. We'll just have everybody
Okay.
back
My
out.
name looks like.
When we're leaving.
Okay. So the question is,
What are you
Dells,
doing?
what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out.
All of us are like,
Like, is this a ploy?
So
Do I
everyone is slipping back towards the passage that you guys came from. Killian has very clearly stated that
We're
all leaving.
Just freaking do it. Just freaking do it.
Don't listen to Steven.
don't
Run.
listen to Steven.
Get in there. Find out who this thing is.
Steven's just
I'm so
curious.
tempted.
Don't do it.
Stephen hates leaving stones unturned.
Yeah.
I 100% every game I play.
You go on every
There-
single
They're
side
there, Danny.
quest.
They're there. I'll hold you back.
Find everything on every planet.
So what you doing?
So anything
Yeah,
that I am
massive.
wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on my person.
Correct.
That means
Is it still talking?
the
Oh, no,
talking
we've heard it.
books.
You put it in his bag, remember?
Okay,
Yeah, you put it
so
in my
you're
bag.
talking.
Shut
Good,
up.
good,
Well, it's a bag of holding, so
Oh.
yeah.
It's
so
not
so yeah,
talking,
they're
okay.
probably still talking, but they're
If it's in the
talking
bag of holding, it's fine.
in an extra dimensional space.
They're just talking to all of the disembodied parts inside of Killian's bag.
I don't know. What do I do?
Just, like, push the dog in here. Whack him on the flanks and send him in here.
He comes running in and then just like one arrow shot. All right.
Oh my
Have
I told you there was a donkey!
Technically, might take 2 arrow shots, but
Never mind.
That's a really good
That's really. I mean, I'm not recommending we do that right
No.
now.
Yeah, no,
because-
terrible idea.
But for future reference, that's an awesome strategy.
Okay, but
I want to be quiet in this room by
I
myself.
was gonna say if you stay, you're by yourself.
So everyone else except for the guys that belong here are backing towards the entrance.
So
I like
I am going
quietly
to make
step
my exit from that ledge slow, thinking that she probably went invisible, even though I didn't see it because I was below the ledge. Like hearing that there was somebody gone and kind of peeking up over the edge. I'm like,
What?
shit. And so I'm gonna just like act like I'm struggling a little bit, like,
Oh, so puny.
and give a little extra time between the end of the line and me.
No, this is making me really nervous. Dells!
Well, oh, no. So when we get and once everybody else has gotten close to the door, Killian is gonna be like, "All right, so we're leaving. So once I step out, if you find anybody else here, they're on their own with no support."
I gave you extra time. Do you go with that?
I'm slipping through the door with them.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just like, I slip past because I'm just like, you just fucking
Uh,
suck.
Excuse me, Duncan. If you see a description,
Description. You see a that.
You have dark hair.
I like really gorgeous.
Wait, are you actually doing this?
I'm like seven. I'm
In
like
public
super
behind.
really pretty.
masterful looking.
We're leaving. We'll see.
If you see anybody, tell us, please.
Come find us. We're
Usher
leaving.
everybody down.
Okay.
I stay invisible.
Yeah, you bet.
I wasted the slot. I'm gonna keep it going.
Oh dear.
So we catch back up with Milo.
Okay.
you see that Magus has
Yeah.
one gold in his mouth. For reasons that I won't tell you. But if you should care to disclose, he won.
No, Mal is not gonna ask.
Inger also has 1 gold in his little tiny paws. I'm not going to tell you what happened unless you get
That's
asked.
cord.
So I know Killian's not the first person to get to Milo. Who is the first person to get to
Possibly
Milo?
Mal.
Not me.
Because Mal was the first
Oh,
one.
well, I mean,
Right.
Cabbage,
Cabbage was closest.
you were closest to the entrance.
I just don't know how
Yeah,
many. Like, I don't
s-
know who stayed to.
I
As we backed
stopped
up.
to like because I was
Okay.
getting really nervous, and then she freaking started whispering in my ear.
Honestly, it would probably be Tommy then.
So here comes Tommy. Do 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 do.
You see, I quickly rub out something in the dirt.
Whoa!
With a stick! With a stick!
Hey, man.
As if I was
What
with a
you do
stick.
in your own time? What you do in your own time? I don't care.
Chafing.
I can't say anything to
You
you.
have to have some alone time on these trips. You guys have been stuck in one wagon.
The next time we're coming
Like
back.
the last time we left them alone, he and this other girl took all their armor off.
Yep. And got wet.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna knock next time.
Take your. You can just make a note that he has a
Take your
cold.
familiar.
Or you can take it.
No,
I also
I was
like,
just gonna let
I
him
like
have
to
it.
think that Max wouldn't let you take it. He's like, no, this is my gold. I want it.
No, Mal's like, that's yours. Like, I don't know where you got it, but I'm not gonna ask.
Fair
so.
and square.
Make a little collar.
What would and
So,
shit on the
We're leaving.
Max.
What happened?
There are people there. They found
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
We agreed to part ways peacefully, and I at least don't plan on coming back.
Nope.
I'm just
I mean,
gonna
I
give you
have a lot
insight
of
on
questions,
the general
but-
mood of the group.
Okay.
Awkward AF.
I have no idea.
What is your passive insight?
Passive insight? It's probably 10, to be honest with you. Give me a second.
I popped
11.
into existence right behind Killian. Like
I mean,
right there.
they're
It's
not
like-
they're not trying to hide it, so they're pretty. I mean, how are you guys feeling?
Nervous.
Chagrined, nervous?
Well, so the Killian is like that feeling you get when you're right on the edge of the adrenaline rush, and then you sort of back down and start calming down again. That's where Killian's at, because it was like, we're about to fight, we're about to fight, we're about to fight, and we're walking away, and we're walking away.
See,
Mentally, where
and
are we on,
Simi's got that, and also terribly embarrassed because she thought she was trying to do something good, and it turned out that she was doing something terrible. So, yeah.
Right. I
Doing
don't
pretty
have
well,
the.
I think.
Mal's fine.
We're leaving.
There's a disembodied voice from Dells.
No, she
It only
called back and
lasted
So
said,
you
Oh,
are
did she?
actually
It
out
actually
there.
lasts an hour.
Well, does it? It says
Yeah.
concentration up to a minute.
No, that is
it's
greater.
Greater.
Yeah, I have greater visibility.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you
use
did regular.
greater invisibility?
No, I used
Oh, wow.
greater. That's why I was like.
okay. Yeah,
She
at
was
that
ready.
point,
So
yeah,
I popped up like right close to Killian. Like I
Oh,
was
hello. Glad you decided to join us.
Whispering into my ear.
So, where are we look for your my benefit? Where are we looking on the donkey timeline?
Donkey
Uh,
timeline?
the donkey timeline. How long was that supposed to
It lasts an hour.
last? An hour. We've probably got about 5 minutes of that left.
Okay, well,
Let's book it.
And
we've
we're
got about
leaving.
5 minutes left before Ochre decides to
Leaving.
revert back to his original form. So let's
We're
go.
leaving.
Yep.
Why
Okay.
did we come down here?
To find magic.
All right.
Well, and apparently we found it.
Yes.
Some of it.
Some of it.
You're talking books. Books don't talk.
I do feel like this is an important thing to take note of for later, because if that was like a gaggle of people that was affiliated with the government, they'd have just killed us.
No, yeah. It's
So-
good to know. But
Yeah.
Alright.
as we go, Killian is gonna try and he's gonna like replace all of the bars and the stuff that they removed to get through, and use mending on it to
Okay.
fix it all back to new.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't cut, huge bits out
Oh,
of
yeah.
it, so mending is enough for sure to
And then when we
reattach
when we
everything
get
that
back
you.
outside, he will have Tommy and Mal hold up like a blanket again and use heat metal to
I
put
like
the
that.
bars
Okay.
back the way they were, so
Alright.
that it's all back to the way it was before we were here.
Right, so you guys make your way out. It's a little bit over an hour. You pass by about the time that Okra is sort of going transparent, translucent, and reforming and
Ugh.
blowing up into this cube of gelatinous goo that's starting to move through the sewers again. And then you find yourself on the riverbank, just below the walkway of the
Okay,
park.
so now we either have to sneak out of town, assuming that we can't just walk out, or find a place to stay for the night in
Why?
town.
Why not just sneak out?
Well, if we plan on not staying in town, they close the gate at night.
Yeah,
I don't think they're
yeah.
going to let us just walk out.
Oh,
So
okay,
we were
got it.
either swimming down that away, or we're staying at an inn. Preferences?
Something
I'd
fancy.
rather not stay in town.
Okay,
Let's leave.
back to the shaggin' it is then.
Okay.
So we can all breathe water, I suppose.
What?
Oh yeah, you went
Well,
there for
Keith,
that.
as we go past the gate, I assume the gate is closed.
Yes.
Are there guards there?
I mean, there are. It's a handful. You know, maybe half a dozen or so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
Taking a swim.
Out the river.
Yep. So he does a thing where he can let us.
I do it every morning, so they should
Yeah.
know it as well. So.
Yeah. So you might not know it.
You can breathe underwater.
Yeah, you might have some gills back there. You should like if you felt a weird itchy
Without my
sensation.
consent?
Hold on. Wait, no, I don't have gills.
You feel gills.
Wait, is that how this
Wait, is that how that works?
I spoke it into canon.
Spoke it into canon.
I was just kidding, but
Well,
okay.
the DM hath said
Is
it.
it difficult for us to slip into the river? And
No, it's
swim
not
out?
difficult. It's not difficult to slip into the river. You guys, your campsite is upriver, so it's.
Oh no, yeah, we're gonna have to go out around the wall and then back
Yeah,
onto the bank. But
yeah. But that's not. You know, the wall provides a break. The roughest part of the whole journey is right at the end as the river is flowing by. You will all need to make me if you don't have a swim speed, you'll all need to make a strength check or athletics check to get around the wall that's out in the river.
Wait,
No.
hat?
Before we went.
Oh, I don't know what the hat does.
I don't remember what the hat does.
Let me
What does
pull,
the hat
let me pull up the picture because I took a
think
picture
it
of it
gives you
because
a
I was
swim speed.
I thought it did, but I don't remember.
I don't believe so.
Have you attuned to
Yes.
I think I have.
it? Okay.
Yes.
Give me a
'cause it's
moment.
been-
I will
I believe it does.
Ram
While
scramble.
people have their weird dreams, she would have attuned to it.
Let's see. It's past the Rudolph Hess reference. Past the. Is that a 1, my friend?
Nope.
I don't have a swim speed.
Even though
I
you're
am
from
not
a fishing village
super
that doesn't
strong,
exist?
so that was a
Believe.
happy.
I don't know where I would have gotten a swim speed.
Yeah, no, most of us shouldn't have a swim speed.
I would be the only one who has it. Well, me and Ingir, so.
And then after just a hat gives it to you.
And I can't find it either.
There you go.
You increase your swim speed by 10 feet.
So you have a
So
swim
I have
speed
a
of
swim
10.
speed.
You have a swim speed of 10.
She might be slow, but she's got it.
Yep.
Will you send me this picture? Because I
I think I already did, but I'll send it again.
Before we got the water,
well
Clea
the other
would've
day and I couldn't
pulled
find
out
it.
a rope and had everybody like we've done before when we've tried this, like
Okay.
tie everybody together and
Oh.
have a strong person on one end and another.
Mal,
end,
Mal will
like-
take the front.
I really
Okay.
don't want to be
People with
tied
them.
to you guys.
All right. So everyone's got.
I don't think
Everyone's
I've got
got.
your- I'll send it to
Since
you
we're
via-
tying people together, we'll make it a group check. So you just need to have more successes than failures. If you've got a swim speed, that's automatic successes. So
Hooray.
you've got to.
That's a 15.
That's barely a success.
25.
Success.
Oh.
Athletics.
Ooh,
How
that's not
athletic is
amazing.
Tommy?
Very. Oh, he rolled really low.
So I was like, that looked like a
14.
single digit.
That is actually a failure.
Oh
I have a nat 20 as one who was born in a fishing village.
Yours counts as 2 successes.
Oh, but I have a -2 to my athletics. Does that make
Does
it?
not matter. The natural 20 is 2 successes.
Woo! You're special.
Also a natural 20.
Oh yeah, so we're good.
Oh yeah, you guys are
We
fine.
dragged Tommy along.
You can breathe underwater So I just imagine he's like crossed arms, just on the bottom of the river.
The gills are throwing.
He got
him off.
sleepy.
It's because he's pondering something. Make me
Wandering.
an intelligence check.
Should I come back as the
I think that's
Ranger?
negative.
Should I
Oh
stay
no!
Just roll the
here?
check.
Yeah, get the
19?
hang of it.
Ooh.
Okay.
It took me
Um,
to kind of.
All right. Hang on. How did you get a 19 if you have a negative?
I know it's not.
Oh,
It's
okay.
It's a +1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was
An
like-
actual barbarian with a positive intelligence.
I was gonna
Something
say to
rare.
get a negative and wind up with to have a negative and wind up you.
I rolled a 21.
Wait, what's your dump stat?
I don't know.
What's the
What's
low
what's a
one?
dump stat?
What's the low
The
one?
lowest.
Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom.
Oh,
Well, charisma.
just like
Actually-
charisma.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like you.
Woo!
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
My,
right.
my grandma's
So
No,
Welcome
just
to
like
the,
her, I slapped
like,
your back 'cause he's
can't
a
talk to people
constitution-
club.
or not.
So as you're
I hate
being
people anyway.
so as you're being dragged along at the bottom of the river, somehow still able to breathe despite being at the bottom of the river,
Kiwi ones are good. Sorry.
it finally occurs to you why that voice or something clicks and you realize that you recognize the voice of Duncan from your previous crew.
Master.
You had a crew.
Was
And-
he the White Ranger?
Don't talk about Power Rangers. I can't handle it. I can't take it.
And as you remember that you were part of a crew and you had something had made you forget. You didn't just forget, something made you forget.
Okay.
But you were part of a crew,
Now in the sewers.
but you can't remember the name of the city where you were part of the crew. You just know Duncan was part of it.
Okay.
I'm racking
And
my brain.
so,
Chief. I don't know
I'm
what
assuming
that
if he saw me, then probably would have recognized me then.
Yeah. But he didn't. He had other things pressing.
The Silver Ranger didn't recognize you.
Well, okay.
But file that away.
I'm gonna file
We're
that
we're
away.
building your backstory,
He's trying
one
to-
piece at a time.
I'm gonna keep it to myself for now.
Okay. So you guys managed to make it around the make it around the city wall out in the river and splash your way back to shore and up onto the bank.
Yes.
I have very few pieces of dry paper left.
Yeah,
Hang them up on the
unfortunately.
wagon and dry them.
You should have thought of that before, and we could have put it in the bag of holding.
You know, don't think you would have given me back my paper somehow.
I spent money to waterproof my bag.
Why
so.
not?
I cast my spells.
You know, I see where you were going with the whole woo thing. It was a terrible idea and it didn't work, but I see where you were going.
You told them my real name and your name.
They're already criminals.
And there's a fair possibility
I
they're
had
newer
such a hard
name.
time figuring out
but-
your guys' rules.
I
changing
am not
If that
gonna
makes
lie,
sense.
that is fair.
That would help. It would help if people consistently followed said rules. We should still generally try and use fake names.
Yeah.
None of us are good
Consistency.
about it.
I know.
I am now and forever, as far as we are concerned, Rysla.
Right.
Oh, I'm not gonna write that.
Rysla, Radish.
Easy names.
You want to just call me Rise? I mean, whatever.
Like the
My name's
bread.
Derek.
Sure, I can
That's
be
Connor.
rye bread. I've got about
You're
that
welcome.
level of
Connor.
charisma.
Derek, Connor,
Gale.
Gale,
I don't remember
Rye,
any of that.
Tommy.
Eleanor,
I'm
Radish.
Radish,
Tommy.
Tommy.
See, typically your fake name should not be the same as the actual name you go by.
Yeah, but nobody even. Well, actually, if
Do
it is
you
your
know
real
if
name,
it's your real name?
It might not be. I don't know. But I mean,
I'm just saying, like, if he introduces
if they
himself,
expect you to have a fake name,
You could be Jason or
you could be
David or Frank.
Embert.
Embert.
The third.
Embert what? The third.
I don't know.
It's a
It's a Steven joke.
Nope.
No, actually.
That was Natalie.
Oh.
So, guys, I have a question. Something I've been thinking about. I was reading one of the books that was assigned reading to me by some of our companions.
What?
Wait, didn't you pay them?
Yeah.
You paid them to give you homework?
What? You
Yeah.
got assigned reading?
I have a lot of things to learn.
You can read?
Hey. Anyway, work it for me.
Just
I-
enjoying your facial reaction.
Does anybody know what the philosophy is behind this whole no magic and magic being illegal thing is?
I probably would. Yes.
So, would you care to explain? Because for me,
Please do.
some of the assigned readings specifically from the book on leadership and philosophy
Right.
was that you don't give laws that your people generally are not going to follow because it puts you in a weaker position.
Right.
So, if that is
Are we
the case,
are we at camp at this point, or are we
I think
walking?
we're still walking.
But
But
it's just
I mean, it's
no
still
one
walking through
wilderness,
essentially the
yeah.
wilderness at night. I think we're good.
If that is the case,
Yeah.
and you like the people, your enforcers also have to be on the same page as you,
Right.
because otherwise they won't enforce the law, and if the law is not enforced, then the law affects. Well, then the law is not only irrelevant, but it looks badly on leadership.
Right.
So what is the reasoning behind the no magic thing? Because if it is just I am magic, I am divine, therefore nobody else should have magic, then I can't imagine that her enforcers would all be just behind that, giving her power for power's sake. So what is the reasoning behind it?
Of course. Keith.
Let me explain.
I don't want to
Hang on,
just
hang
spat
on,
on
God.
myself.
God.
Was
My
I
favorite
right in
part
my
of that.
assessment before when we talked about this? Because I asked and then you never actually gave me a response.
That's about right.
Well,
when we talked to the DM.
I have slept since then. What did you?
I told you this conversation was coming, so I would need information to answer
right.
him. But
What
I
was
did throw
what
out
was
a-
your theory again? Remind me.
the like after the devastations, all of the calamities that happened, like that was blamed upon magic users that gained too much power.
Yes.
And
that is actually
the-
that
okay, haha.
was what I was going to say.
There you
so,
go.
Thank you.
so you would know
Mhm.
that, or you would be privy to the fact that the no magic thing was implemented in response to the calamity that basically founded the empire. So the very first empress saw that a lot of the effects of that calamity were magical in nature.
Mhm.
Also was the first one, in fact, to discover the thing below what became the capital.
Right.
And realized that the vast magical powers being out in the wild
Mhm.
basically caused chaos and, to her way of thinking, contributed to the disaster. That part of it is still in the official records, but it kind of gets glossed over in the official dogma of Empress worship and the dogma of the empire. And it's sort of truncated and shortened to the only one that is worthy to harness and control that power is the Empress. May she live forever.
May you live forever.
Okay, so the idea was that she told everybody that it was illegal
Mhm.
because there was magic stuff that did bad things, and that's why everybody was willing to follow it, at least for a while.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then once that sort of became the norm, the habit, the reality, then it just sort of became codified into the law.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then
Wait.
heavily enforced.
So did they start out with like, if you cast spells, we hunt you down and kill you, or was it like, hey guys, we're gonna try not to do this? So like how soon did it become if you're seen using magic ever, you're dead?
It started off as banishment from the Empire.
Okay.
But in those days, the Empire was safety. The Empire was security. It was food. It was shelter.
Right.
Everything outside the Empire was wild and dangerous, so banishment was essentially a death sentence.
Right.
That's why your
And
fishing
then,
village
as the eons pass, as the generations pass, it basically just ramped up into
That's
bec-
why I had
into
magic.
becoming
Mind if I
a capital of
do a
it.
little bit of flavoring,
Yeah.
sort of something like that?
Yeah.
Is this the same kind of a thing why there's no like dragonborn stuff?
No,
No.
Okay.
that's a different thing entirely.
Okay.
But
But you have a dragon though, right?
yes.
He has a little.
He has a pseudo dragon.
he has a little
Yeah, no, dragons just don't exist on the world.
But
Yeah.
there were a lot of executions. A prime example of that is Killian. Do you know what concrete is?
Vaguely.
Yeah. So.
Not real concretely, but.
Wow.
But
Okay, you have to give me
I was about to say, like,
Yeah.
you need to be de-inspired for that.
around the time the Cathedral of the Empress was being built, they made concrete as kind of the base and basically scattered the ground bones of magic users into the concrete as a symbolism of the Empress will, all magic users are beneath the heel of everyone. That is, you may step upon them, that it is basically an empire built upon the evil that is magic.
That's dark.
Yep.
Didn't
Is that finally?
Works for me.
wouldn't the original Empress have like figured out that the calamity was caused by gods from another world being flung here, not just like people using magic?
I
How
mean,
would
if
she have
was-
known that?
Yeah, but she could have. Well, because
What?
she took the power for herself.
Yeah.
But
But the question is, would she even listen to it?
well, and more to the point, it would be easy to just use that as an excuse to solidify your power.
Oh no, like that. Using it as an excuse. My assumption was always that she outlawed magic so that no one could ever rival her or her dynasty in terms of power.
Yeah.
So like, but if she actually was like, oh, we wanna limit magic to try and like prevent calamities from happening, like, I just figured she would have realized
I can't.
meeting the egg thing that
No,
like that's not what caused it. So just blatantly outlawing magic wouldn't prevent that.
I can't say whether or not that's the full belief. I cannot say what the full belief of the first Empress was, but further down the line, it seems like it has moved to that way of thinking.
Right. Well, I mean that was my assumption.
I suspect that that's probably the case.
Yeah, and
Have
the
you
first
talked to her about it?
Empress,
She's dead.
very dead.
The first one is dead.
What about the current one?
We're gonna kill her.
She's evil.
She's
terrible.
Because my current mother's lived for 800,
So on her
roughly,
tongue.
or is she?
I was like, oh, cool.
I always forget
I
because there's
don't-
like,
I don't remember either.
Okay.
I know she's pushing 1,000.
and there's
So
roughly been
like
about
other people?
8 rulers.
The magic is sustaining her, I think. But
In other
So
ways.
yes, it seems like when you hold the power, it increases your life.
So it's not exactly a hocus pocus situation, but she is sucking the life out of people. She's just not using it for herself.
But like
She's
if
just
I use
murdering
magic,
people.
am I gonna live a long time?
Probably
No.
not. Especially not the way you use it.
Ooh, yeah!
Cabbage, the one fighting back this time.
I'm sure that was said in jest, but you're not wrong.
I start flipping back
do
to a
you-
picture that I've drawn of
Do you
my
need some
start
aloe vera?
mustaches.
Like,
Start like drawing mustaches on her.
Quick, get a fire. Is there a fire extinguisher in the house?
As far as I have seen, magic does not seem to inherently increase your lifespan. There is probably magic that does that, but just like magic of any kind by itself doesn't seem to.
Yeah.
As far as I've seen
our
anyway.
characters are gonna end up hating each other.
Who's this one?
You just added cheese vat.
I was like, I feel like if it inherently added to your lifespan, you and Mal would have handled that cheese a little bit better there towards the end too.
not necessarily, because this is lifespan we're talking about, not.
This is your
Mortality?
potential life,
Fair,
not
fair.
your actual life based upon the less than ideal
Yeah.
situations you find yourself put in.
And to be fair, I'm not sure that anybody would have at least knowingly known an older magic user to know. Like, we haven't known anybody
Your
who's...
grandmother.
Yeah.
How old is she? Like, did...
I don't know, like 73?
So
Are
like
you
average
sure?
old person.
I mean,
Well, I was there when we
Above
celebrated the birthday when she turned 70,
Okay.
so I am assuming that that is correct.
Fair enough.
I don't
Her
know how
weird
old.
friend.
Hmm?
And her weird friend.
I don't
Kendai?
know how old Kendai is.
Kendai.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just thinking of the old magic users, you know.
I mean, I didn't ever ask Seonis about it, but
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure that any of us would really know if it did that. It doesn't extend it the way it does for her.
like I said, I'm sure there is magic that can. I don't think all magic does that.
Yeah.
I think I just got an answer.
What?
From
God.
Oh.
From my patron.
it talks now.
Occasionally. Well, Can I do an insight check to see whether that was my patron or if that
Insight
was
or your other patron?
or my other patron
Or your
or my
ancestors.
sorry
I mean-
my matron?
Which personality
you
is
know
this?
the difference.
Okay.
It
Matron or
was
your
it was probably because you've been in contact with water very recently.
Apparently, during the rule of my first ancestor, when she stole the power, it was weak and not fully awake.
Oh.
So
I'm gonna have to revise my opinion of the original Empress.
She might not have been all that bad.
Yeah.
Maybe you come from good stock somewhere.
But you raised kids.
You turned out alright.
know.
yeah.
We like you.
So
Thank you.
nobody like took my portrait.
Hmm.
Am I
what?
supposed to go back to the cheese place?
Did they tell you to go back?
No, they put one up.
Were they
Wait,
putting
is
it
that
up?
up?
No, they hadn't put it up
Okay,
yet.
okay.
Never mind, sorry.
I was supposed to be like, whoa!
But you wouldn't. I mean, we saw him go
I
go
mean,
to
yeah.
do it. I mean, you went
Well, it's
back.
probably when you went
to-
in that room.
You went back
oh yeah,
there.
because
They probably took a drawing
They
or
not
something.
do anything with you when they took you back to the.
Do you often think of cheese and the Empress at the same time?
Oh no, I sort of lost track of the conversation a minute ago.
That's fair.
And you were thinking about cheese?
Well, no, I was actually it was
He
connected.
saw cheese when I drew the mustache on your face.
No, it is sort of loosely connected. It was a chain of thought. I having something like that I think would be really cool. I was gonna ask them if I could keep it instead of having them hang it up.
Your
Would it be
giant
glass?
mural.
Yeah.
But they took it to the back to take
What?
take your picture.
Did they?
Well,
Yeah.
they
But
took-
we weren't there.
yeah, the two, they were dwarf women, right?
No, they
No.
they were just
Humans.
they
So
were
he was
human.
blindfolded when he went.
Yeah, when the
the-
ladies
when he-
went and
the
licked
two
the cheese
ladies-
off of you.
No.
Kissed you and took you into the back room and did whatever they
Wait,
did
did they
back
kiss
there.
him?
Yeah, they gave him like a kiss when he right when he got out, and then they were like, "Come with us," and they dragged him off to who knows
Oh,
where to do
yeah.
who knows what.
Which is why I
So
assumed they licked it off
you
of him.
remember being taken down the hall. And you
Wasn't very well
remember
cleaned.
No.
you remember having the cheese removed from you. And then you remember stepping out of the door. But there's a gap.
What?
Well, maybe we'll
They
go.
helped get like the bulk of the cheese off, but then
Sure they did.
did I like pass out?
We can always go
I
in
mean, it
tomorrow
wouldn't
and you can
surprise
ask.
me. You were in pretty rough shape.
Yeah.
But then you just walked that like you didn't. You don't
You
remember
looked
waking
fine.
up from passing out?
No.
Hmm.
It's probably not.
Okay.
But Mala's still like visibly contemplating as he's walking.
So on other note, or in
Other
Sorry.
side.
news?
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm very tired. Sammy, I have a question for you regarding tonight's escapades.
Look, I know.
I am just wondering what the thought process was.
I could follow it.
I am trying to understand why that was the course of action you elected to take.
Oh, right, because I don't know what happened.
Let
I
me give
assume
you,
that we
let me
filled
give,
you in.
yeah, let me give you the short version. So, she picked up some books that started talking.
Not my fault.
Right, which obviously drew attention from other people in the place where we were. So one of them came out the door and was like, "Who are you guys and what are you here for?" And Cabbage is like, "Well, what are you here for?" And he was like, "Well, I asked first." And then Simi said, "We're here for the donkey that we heard was in the sewers." And then Dells said that it's actually a haunted sewers and cast a spell to make it look like there was a ghost.
A solid plan.
Mm,
Excuse
Anyway.
me, donkey lady?
So
not saying mine was good.
I understand that after our discussion amongst everyone that you all want to be included and that we don't like it when I just come up with a plan and say that's what we're doing. But I also want to understand why that was what you did, because I feel like that was a poor choice, and I want to be able to trust everyone when we go into dangerous situations.
I won't talk anymore, okay?
What- I literally just want to know, like, what was there, like, a solid thought behind that? Was it just like a knee-jerk reaction?
I'll follow the thought process.
The guy asked why we were there. There wasn't an answer that came. I thought that things would escalate if there wasn't an answer, at least for him to think about. And confusion is better than at least, like, nothing at all. The gap that would then, like, possibly instigate the violent response because, oh, wait, they're tossing the place because they're investigating us for magic use, or, they broke in here with magic for, whatever. Time buying and giving a response to the question that was asked. That apparently was terrible, but...
I mean, if you were going for confusion, I think you nailed it. I did not... I did not think that it would... In terms of answers that would satisfy him, that definitely I don't think was on the list of ones that would have satisfied.
But it was an on-the-fly thing.
Were there a lot of answers that you feel like would have satisfied him? I feel like sewer maintenance is not the worst way it could have gone.
I feel like the actual answer we gave him worked, but anyway, okay. I now understand where that came from.
But indeed, I won't talk anymore in situations like that
if you
because
feel the need to, that's fine. I now understand that there was an actual thought process behind there, and you weren't just like panicking and saying words for no reason. So, okay. Which brings me to my next question. What the fuck?
This city obviously had ghosts.
Okay.
And everything she said, minus the terrible part. Because I wanted to create a diversion
Uh-huh.
with ghosts,
Uh-huh.
which are in the city
Sure.
already. And
there is precedent, that's true.
so I made a ghost.
Right.
You both had good
The
thought
only
processes.
thing that concerns me with what you did you forget the part where magic is illegal and we should not be using it in front of total random people unless we have to?
I just didn't think it was super obvious that I would be doodling and it'd be magic.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say I think anytime you cast a spell, you can just go ahead and assume it's gonna be pretty obvious. I just assume that it's gonna be
I will
pretty obvious.
practice casting them more subtly.
How about we also practice not casting magic until we have to, when there's no other options? Because now those people know that at least one of us does magic.
But we also talked about not killing anybody unless we absolutely
Which
had
thank
to.
you.
Which we didn't.
But you guys wanted to.
No, actually, I would have actually preferred to talk with them. Okay, what I honestly would have preferred is that those books hadn't ever talked at all and they never knew we were there.
That would be nice.
Ooh, can I have those back?
Yes, you can, but
Just
we
the
might have to
painting.
find a way to like muffle them,
Yeah.
because
Get them
that's
to shut up.
kind of
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good talk. I think we all feel better now.
Anyway, so those were just my questions. I wanted to understand where the thought process was going.
I do want to thank you, however. There are many moments in that situation that I feel like it might have been the easier way to go to just stabby stab and be done, and I appreciate that is not the route
There was a significant lack of death.
Yes.
There was.
So
Weren't you the first one to pull a weapon?
I just pointed it at him, though.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if
That
pointing
is
a
a fair
weapon,
point.
if we're equating pointing a weapon to the same as killing people, then technically I did that too when I shoved my sword up to his throat.
also, I feel like I do that all the time because
When she
fists.
points with her fist.
Right.
So-
Because you
It is a
are a
weapon.
weapon.
Every time you point that pen at somebody.
Right? It's a little,
I wave that
little
sheet of
iffy.
paper.
But yes, for future reference, I am learning more and more that I am terrible at words, and so for me to speak in combat-oriented situations or potentially lethal situations, I should just not talk unless I absolutely have to.
I mean, once again, like, if you feel like you need to, that's fine. I just
You
wanted...
look gracious
I
right
wanted
now.
to make sure that it was not like you panicked and your reaction was just to say words, because that's probably not a good way
No,
to go.
I'm
But
just
you actually
bad
thought
at
about
saying
it.
words.
You actually had an idea, and it makes sense, so that's fine.
Nobody helped me sell the ghosts.
And to be fair,
It would have been easier to sell that we were there for a donkey than that we were there for ghosts.
But I made one.
Yeah, and he saw
Yeah,
you
but-
make it.
that's
Yeah,
the problem.
we
That was
saw
the
that
part.
You made the ghost.
Yeah.
The ghost thing could have been believable
Now-
if we hadn't seen you
Yeah.
make it.
I do think that you
That's where
practicing,
I
like in the Shaggin, like practicing, like
Yeah.
casting subtly is smart. We
Okay.
should also just not cast unless absolutely necessary. But practicing that when it's just us, probably
Yeah.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, the ghost part maybe could have gone somewhere
Can practice.
if the ghost had just appeared.
I just feel like
dancing light.
tonight went kind of by in a blur.
I mean, it has been a long day.
You did almost die in
There
cheese.
was cheese, there was sewage,
Yeah, but everything before that is fine.
everything before cheese.
Blurry cheese
I mean,
eyes.
it's
Yeah.
not like we did a whole lot before cheese.
Did you get cheese in your eyes?
I mean,
Who
it,
opens the? No, I did.
I
not.
don't know.
No, I did.
it was kind of
I don't know, maybe
everywhere.
try sleeping. Like I
Yeah.
at least am tired and ready for bed.
I really
Yeah.
want to go to sleep.
You guys didn't get to take a nap.
So.
I'm not.
Yeah, you did.
You took it.
Did I?
Yeah.
You took a
You
short
were,
rest.
you were
Not
one
enough.
of the
Your
nappers.
dreams.
Not enough. Oh.
This
Yes.
brings us to 5 days till our map is done, right?
I think we've only been in
Oh
the city for
my
2 days.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was 7 days to the map.
Yep.
So we're down to 5.
But
Oh,
an
jeez.
attack on an extra 2 days for the barrels.
Well,
And
I
we
mean,
still
that's-
need to
that's in
figure
the
out
same
the
time
stupid
period.
ghost,
Yeah.
Oh,
stupid
right, yeah.
death.
Oh yeah, but
Stupid
that's fine. We
husband.
we have a super easy way to do that. What's his bucket? Hobbs is gonna
Show
take
us tomorrow. yeah.
see me and show her the thing where it comes from, and then we'll have the information.
And I've got work in the morning.
Oh
What?
yeah. I should probably work too.
Yeah, if you want to start putting together that fake gem, just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go and do the thing at the library, but is there anything else I should be doing other than not talking to people?
What? You're fine.
No, like really.
Have you met me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing so hot with this. Like,
You're not great with people, but most of the time it's fun.
Just don't lie to
Okay.
people.
I mean,
Technically,
technically, I
Isn't that the
kind of
whole
didn't.
groups? I thought that was like the point of the whole group.
I mean, you're not wrong either. But...
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
you're not
who's
wrong.
on first watch?
I can take it.
I'll take second.
I can get up for third.
I'll take second with you.
I don't know. If you're having trouble remembering things, maybe you should get like a full.
Honestly,
That's a
yeah.
fair point.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I feel like
If everyone's okay with that,
we've
I'll
got
just...
enough of us
Yeah.
to split it up otherwise.
I can do first.
Nobody trusts Malice anything anyway.
Yeah.
I think cabbage is going first.
So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go with cabbage.
So
Alright.
I'm
Third
on
with
watch
Killian.
with Gillian.
I
Good night, Max.
wasn't actually planning on taking a
Oh.
watch.
I'm alone. I will take
No.
watch alone.
I mean,
No.
Argon will be awake the whole time, so.
Killian doesn't think we need watches.
Nope. Not. I mean, little bit, but like I don't think we need 2 people on watch every time. Argon is awake, and he can kill the badger apparently. So,
Why don't you just make another badger? And just
No,
have them-
no, no,
No.
no, no, no.
so
no.
all of you see
No.
Killian. The look on Killian's face that says, "I'm already planning on it."
So
Can we have a? Can we just do a quick?
Killian, middle
I'm
name,
gonna make
last
it-
name.
I'm gonna make it like Turnip, not like how it was.
So we're going to make a democratic vote right here. Those in favor of not him making another one, raise your hand, please.
Kind of liked the badger.
I want to see the
I wanna
badger.
see
As I am the CEO of my company, I think what
Of
my
your
company,
fake company.
my company is not fake.
As
Well-
your finance manager, I'm telling you this is a bad investment of your time
I
and money.
appreciate that.
It was my birthday present.
You can make her another birthday present. Just not
Just
that
not a
one.
badger.
Badger, yeah.
Well, it's not going to be the same badger.
That's
but
not
like,
the
It could
point.
be
I
a
want it
honey
to be
badger.
like what it was supposed to be, which is Turnip, but a
It was-
badger. Like Turnip is not an actual badger.
The turnip badger would be nice.
So like a badger that's friendly would be nice. Turnip.
You contemplate on what that means.
Danny, that's
I'm going to bed.
Cartoon Brain is
So
very
it's
happy
so
with that
Is
message.
Argon like in the shaggin, on top of the shaggin, and then
Yeah,
he's
so
like what?
he like nests up in the rafters.
Okay. I
So-
want to like be close because I'm keeping watch, and I'm just like, so
You taking third watch?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing it with the bird. I'm just like, so
Oh.
I think the ghost was a great idea. I don't know what you're thinking.
I ask Max to wake me up in the morning when it's time to go to work.
Okay.
So, if I were to like do a short rest and just and stay up with her after second watch too, would I, since I had a nap recently and I do that, would I still end up with an exhaustion? Dang.
Do I get rest enough to get spell slots?
If you take
Yeah,
two,
Yeah.
everybody
chunks
who
there.
takes one watch, you just sleep when you're not on watch and you get your full 8 hours.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I'm just gonna sleep like right by your feet. That way,
I'm just like,
if anything happens, I'm right there.
I'm like drawing you
That's
with
9
like
and 3.
drool coming out.
Do we
39?
roll or just let the day?
No,
night go
the
by?
the night's just gonna
Why?
pass.
Oh.
It's a regular night. There's a
He
little
has nothing
bit
nefarious planned tonight.
that there's a little bit of late travel for especially for first watch. There's a little bit of late travel on the highway. People coming down. Actually, no. This
I mean,
side of the
only
this
if
side
they're
of the
camping
town,
outside.
there wouldn't be.
Well, and I was gonna say, and it's like by the time we get back, it's like the middle of the night.
Yeah. So first watch goes by. It's relatively quiet. Nothing really going
Oh, I'd
on.
probably have to get up in the middle of third watch though to go to work.
Yeah, but that's 2 slots.
So if you guys want to have any sort of conversation, now is your
I don't care, but
opportunity
you want
to do so.
Talk about anything?
We didn't discuss it.
It's a pity you missed the whole shenanigans earlier.
Sounds like it's probably. Yeah, it was probably a good idea. I didn't. Apparently.
I mean, you're good with talking. It might have been helpful, but we
Oh, so
resolved
you're on.
it.
So you're on first watch.
All right. I forgot you two are on watch.
Isn't it weird how sometimes you can hear him sleep talk
he's
occasionally?
asleep.
all the time.
He rates me even while he's asleep.
In my head.
No. It's on your left. Your other left.
So I do have a question.
Okay.
I noticed that when we all met back up,
Okay.
Max and Inge had gold.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
You know, you're a terrible liar.
I'm actually a really good liar.
Oh, well.
I'm just trying not to lie in this moment. I'm just being facetious.
So you don't want to talk
Liar.
about it.
As long as it's not the same.
Look, all I'm going to say is it's really hard to play tic-tac-toe against 2 creatures that can read your mind. So, they bet and I lost. So, let's just leave it at that.
I think you were the one who figured out he could cheat.
Okay, so. Alright. So-
Ingrid was like, I got you, bro.
They both
That's
read
the ones you gotta
minds.
stick together.
I know Ingrid does. I'm not sure about Max.
Okay, Killian beats me at chess. Every time.
Yeah.
Can you read your mind?
No, but I'm gonna have Inge read his.
So,
Little wing.
what do I get out of this?
I can make up that gold you lost.
Too cold.
Speaking of which, I need to remove that from my character sheet real quick. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Cool.
But, yeah, I could probably help you with that.
It's canon now, Killian. We play chess.
The gold piece, like.
He's got a little.
Alright, that's it.
All right. So second watch was.
Us
Me
two.
and Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy
All right.
and
So if you guys.
Least charismatic people in the party.
So
On
again,
watch
it's
together.
a quiet night, quiet watch. If you have any role playing you guys want to do, now's the time.
Sure. So, you don't remember anything
Nope.
from before.
Nope. I know I can fight.
I mean, that's
about it.
convenient. I also noticed that you didn't really, shoot to attack anybody or anything like that when we were in whatever the heck that weird fever dream was. And that's nice.
Fever dream.
That thing with the
Oh,
yeah.
No, I
and
tried hitting people.
Mostly Milo.
Most of my
Wasn't it generally because they did first, though?
only because they did first. But I couldn't
So-
hit him anyway because he's OP.
Brady OP.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm a little. Never mind. I'm gonna keep that as an inside thought. And she actually says that out loud because she's bad at this. But I don't know. Does it? How does it feel? Like, is it a freeing thing that you don't know? You don't have any, or is it more anxiety because anything could go wrong at any point? Like what?
It's more lonely.
Oh.
Everybody's asleep. Aww.
Killian's still your other left.
Do not put your hand in the forge.
Yeah, that's about it.
I'm kind of glad that we sort of stumbled upon you. I mean, I know that we're probably like not the ideal group of people to hang out with. I don't know, we're a little messed up, but
I'm a little confused, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually.
I, generally speaking, remember who I was a few days ago, and I am also pretty confused. So,
You seem like an honest bunch, so I will try to, hang out and, as long as possible. The second I see that there is anything that I can't trust, then maybe I will raise a question. But for the most part, you seem nice. So
They're an honest bunch with aliases
with aliens.
yeah, we're super
who don't talk
honest.
about a lot of things.
Just because you have aliases doesn't mean there aren't people looking for you.
Yeah. It's not paranoia if they're really out to get you.
Right.
I mean, I think we're trying to do good. I mean, I know I'm trying to do good. And
His opinion of everyone else has dwindled over time.
I think that everybody else is too. It's just a strange situation to be in where sometimes doing the right thing involves
Killing somebody?
hopefully not as much of that. But yeah. That's stealing, lying. It's not my favorite thing. I didn't really grow up into a situation where I really had to do very much of that. And the one time that I was deceptive went very, very badly for me. So I tend to not delve into areas where that's required. Not because of the instance where it went really badly for me, but it just feels counterintuitive.
It doesn't feel natural.
Yeah. It's not really something that sits well with me, I guess. But
Well, I would assume as long as you are honest and true to yourself up until you need to defend yourself, then I think that's okay.
It's what I'm going for, and that seems to at least be how most of us feel about it. Like in her head, she's like, I'm not sure about Milo now. But
Easiest way to wonder is to ask him.
oh, she will at some point. But that's a like a sister and brother-in-law conversation privately.
That's a Simi has to write notes. She
Yeah.
has to read as she
Yeah.
say.
As she trembles.
What's your impression on, or I guess what's your thoughts on Dells? Do you think she's a little off the rails?
I mean, yes, but
Couch is comfy. I get the bed in that case. She gets the couch.
I can also sort of understand, like, if she's from a place where she's never had to deal with this before. We've known her 2 days, so it's a lot to expect all of that to shift overnight. Although it would be nice if it worked that way.
Do you
A
think
lot
she's
safer.
Do you think she's bloodthirsty?
I don't think so. No, because, you know, the weird dream thing, her most aggressive tactic was to truffle shuffle in multiple forms. So
That's true. That's true.
Well, she definitely did some magic missile.
there was some magic missiles. There was some, you know, there were a few damagey spells and whatnot. But honestly, I don't think she really attacked anybody unless they attacked first either. I think she's okay. I think if she's gonna live for very long, we gotta erase some of those habits. But I think she's okay. And I mean, she's been really nice to me, which I know that I probably should not just automatically jump into trusting people that do that, but it's still kind of a new thing. So I like that.
True.
So
Yeah, I think maybe she just needs to cool those hands a little bit and she'll be fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever you were before this, I sort of feel like at least you had some grounding. Because
Yeah.
I don't know that you would be thinking like this
I
if you didn't have at least some kind of...
was a protector, yeah. I feel like I was a protector in
I love that he can't even look at you. Don't look!
and yeah, it's you know, what I live by, I guess.
Well, I'll be interested to see. I'm hoping that we can help you remember. And
Protecting
Yeah.
the earth.
Hopefully, yeah, me too.
but even if not, I'm glad that you're not running solo now. And
Yeah, it's great.
I guess you can kind of figure out who you want to be if it doesn't come back.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if that's a good consolation,
Well,
but
No, it's new adventures ahead. I'm actually very curious about Mechanical Badger.
Don't
yeah,
stop what you're doing.
it didn't go
Turn
well.
back.
Mumbles.
Turn back. Turn back.
Not again. No.
No.
It was a bit extra feral.
That's an understatement.
Hey, have you ever seen an actual badger? I think it was the same.
Possibly.
Regular feral.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It
what
was-
badgers are.
In his sleep.
It was supposed to be my pet. He made it for me for my birthday because he was trying to make us all things that reminded him of us. So
So you're a badger?
I'm apparently extra feral.
Extra feral badger. Gotcha.
Any person at the table would beat someone to a bloody pulp with their hands.
You're not wrong. Like,
Okay.
honestly, I'm not sure that I can
This is
argue it.
personal.
I mean, I try really hard to be a good person, but I might be a little strange.
Everybody's
Is
a
he
little
the
strange.
Hulk?
See me as our version of the
Oh
Hulk.
crap!
See me as our version of the Hulk with the background sadness of Black Widow.
I was just imagining the circumstance of being like, well, if that's what you want to do, see me, smash.
See me smash!
bad.
You have a letter from the DM.
God tells you.
God
We
says.
just got a letter.
We just got a letter.
That's a long letter. Dear Cabbage, how are you? I'm well.
No, they're breaking up.
Oh,
No
wait,
more
is this
pirate
James?
queen. Uh-oh. Now I'm curious about what's about to happen here. So, that was first.
I'm
This is a
sleeping.
dream.
I am
Turnip
asleep.
is reassembling the badger.
Turnip is
I
reassembled.
was in the middle of the night. Turnip reassembles the badger.
Oh.
You're
right.
slowly just
Yeah.
like smuggling
So,
cards. Just
if that's
burying them.
done, third watch was Dell's.
Dells
and
and the
Argon.
bird.
Dell's and the bird.
I'm up by as much as close as possible to Argon.
And about halfway through, you'll Max will sort of shake you awake, but watch itself goes quietly. If there's anything in particular you want to take care of,
Jeez.
No, I'm just sketching Argon.
Argon thinks this is fantastic. He will pose for you.
Oh my
whenever he
gosh,
asks.
I'm just like, yeah. Okay, now give me like, you see something, but you don't care too much about it.
He will like come down and land on the table like right in front of you and just anything you want.
there's a little couch he lays out
Exactly.
Well,
Well, I was gonna say if you're like, okay, we need some props. He will like
Hold on,
fly
speaking
over
of
and
which-
open one of the drawers and like start
do I
pulling
still
things
have it?
like odds and ends out of this drawer.
This is the best night of my life. I pay zero attention to actually what.
Oh my
I'm just like.
Don't tell him.
Yes. Lift your head a little bit. Oh, yes.
The lighting is perfect, right?
About halfway through the watch, you see Mal sort of pull
Thanks,
himself awake.
I'm like,
and
oh.
Morning.
Magic missile.
Oh no!
I'm like, slow trout. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You okay there?
Woo! Yeah.
It's her knee-jerk reaction. If you scare her, she's like, dancing lights! Sorry.
It's a ghost. Ghost. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, that really
With
scared me.
She loses a spell slot every time she gets startled.
Alright,
Oh man, what?
If anybody needs me, I'm heading into work.
For what?
We talked about this yesterday. I'm doing some work for the jeweler, dealing with that gem nonsense. Trying to protect her from having magic.
To protect her from us.
I mean,
And anyone else that would do
I
her
have
harm.
no memory of this. I'm like, oh, all right.
Do you wanna hang out with Max?
I was like,
He goes with
yeah. So I have all these sketches.
All right,
I'm
so
like,
I
yeah,
leave
Argon
Max.
will absolutely.
yes.
It's gonna be this
Like the bird riding the.
I like to think that Max
Like
still
the
has
Napoleon
his
pose?
coin
No, listen.
in his
Oh.
mouth.
I freaking found it.
Argon's got like the Napoleon hat on.
I have had this saved on my thing for 2 years. Is this specific picture of Lance posing just to try and see
yes.
if someone could do it as yes. Oh, sure.
Yep.
Do you want more? OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, and this is how it begins. Yeah, so that's all I'm doing. I am just sketching. I'm like, this is fantastic. This is fantastic.
So I will tell Max that he should listen
Okay.
to the group, but to Dells.
All right.
I really want the
Because
little
of power.
bird with his
Okay,
Napoleon
it's like,
thing
you're
going on.
with him, but he doesn't feel the same way.
All right. And Mal, you go into town. You get to the gates about the time that they're opening for the day.
Morning.
There on your way through, you do pass a bakery that's got some very delightful pastries going. The smells are just wafting over you. The smell of Killian's style of tea is pouring out of the window.
Killian's style of tea.
Mal will make a quick stop, and he'll actually pocket a couple of other... Not pocket. He's not stealing them. he will purchase...
What did we
There
say
you
about
go.
this?
a couple of extra ones that he'll take with him to
Okay.
the jewelers.
3 silver.
Cool.
And that is the next day. So the camp comes alive. What are you guys? How you guys handling it?
I guess I am gonna start getting ready to go to the cloister and / library.
Before we start doing anything, so before anybody starts cooking, Killian is going to be like, so we could use some more funds.
Are you okay?
We might have a problem.
Your hat's cursed.
What's
What?
the problem?
Tommy. Okay, so I had this voice in my head last night in my
Okay,
dreams.
I can help you
Oh,
with
Sorry,
this.
sorry. Okay, everybody's going to have to sit down.
Yep.
Good morning, everybody.
We just all cozy down.
sit back down.
Killian's just like, what did I tell you about using your freaking necklace?
I had it on.
Yeah, we all turned it on.
You have to activate it.
I did.
Okay, good.
My gosh.
Simmy's like,
You have to turn them on.
I forgot.
It
What
was
is it? Just wake up.
on. I activated it.
Cool. You heard a voice in your head.
I heard a voice in my head. It said, "Hello? Is this thing on?" Wait. It gets better. It says, "Wait, you're not the one I gave that hat to. Oh, you're with my Tommy. Good, watch out for him. I'm gonna need him back before the connection thingy is over."
Connection thingy?
I don't know.
He actually used the words connection,
Connection
thingy.
thingy.
This is a crossover event. We're in a gotcha game.
So,
Female or male voice?
I think it was male.
Female or male?
Yeah, hard to tell.
Hard to tell, but from what I remember, it was male.
Male present.
So I think I need to go talk to the kind men.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably shouldn't do that by yourself.
Or not.
You also were told not to come back.
Maybe you should not be the one who goes.
Well, I don't think any of you should go.
I don't think any of us should go.
None
Let's
of the
ignore
rest of
it
us
and
were
then,
told specifically not to come back.
That is true.
Yes, but I could get the word.
Like plant a seed that says, hey, I'd like to talk to the pirate queen somewhere that's not on the deck. The dock.
Well, that would
thing.
explain why she gave it so willingly. If it's cursed to talk to you like
I
that.
don't know if it's cursed.
That's
just
not a curse.
Oh.
Well, what do you think it is?
Oh, I think it's exactly what somebody said.
Connection
they
thingy?
are able to use that hat to contact whoever has it.
The pirate?
Why would she give
Um,
that
Yeah.
to you knowing?
I don't know.
So then she
Maybe she
doesn't
didn't
have
like
to.
me as much as I thought.
So she doesn't have to deal with that voice.
So yeah, we definitely have to go ask Pirate Lady about that.
Yeah.
My Tommy.
Yeah. He did say my Tommy.
That's
So
very
somebody
possessive.
is a bit possessive of you.
Steph.
That's like, you take care of him.
And they said before the connection thing.
I'm gonna want him back before the connection thingy is over. I think it's a technical term.
Is this like, is there a way that the weird magic-y things that are happening could be considered
Yes.
the connection thingy? Okay.
Yes.
So,
And that
Do
could
you have
be-
Wi-Fi around here or anything?
It's all wireless. It's
So-
a Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah,
the
Bluetooth
shagging's on.
Personal area network.
I think what I want to do is I want to go over to that area of the kind men. Obviously, I'm not going to go in because I was told not to.
Okay.
I'm just going to say I need to pass a message on because I need to talk to her about the hat shit.
We could do that. Like to throw out an alternative idea.
All right.
One of us takes the hat with us, goes up and asks if we can talk to the previous owner and see where that gets us. I'm a little hesitant about you contacting them since they specifically said you can't.
But
come
it wasn't like in a bad way. It was more like we'll contact you.
back.
Don't
Yeah,
call us,
which
we'll
implies
call you.
that you should not be contacting them.
I'm not gonna go into their territory. I'm just gonna go to the edge of it that is very clearly marked, and I'm just gonna say, "Hey, I have some questions about this hat."
No.
That's technically going to their territory.
I feel like if they said, "Don't call us, we'll call you," this qualifies as calling them.
But you got no. No.
How
No, huh?
how about
If anybody gets to go back there, it's gonna be me.
I don't think you're allowed back. They said, "Don't come back until we ask for
You
you."
were there.
compromising? Okay, so let's say like what if somebody goes with you and does the thing Killian talks about, but you are kind of like there at the ready? Maybe like sneaking in case they want to invite you in, and you also are there to kind of know what happens at that juncture, so
Well,
you
and
are
I,
close
and
by.
I feel like
Sneaky,
I feel like they will
She
be
does
less.
not. She's just really freaking
I feel like it
sneaky.
will be less. If for whatever reason they didn't want you to come back, it will be less of a concern to them if instead of you showing up, because then they're going to assume like you just can't do what they tell you to. Like if it's somebody else who shows up with the hat, then we can. It's more of like, hey, we wouldn't have done this, but it's an emergency and something weird happened.
And you would
So,
still be close by.
I still want to keep the hat.
No,
No. Like I want to hold on to the hat. You can just go tell them. They know what hat it is.
I mean,
yeah, but
I don't see why you have to have my
because if I don't have it, or if someone who goes to do this, because it doesn't have to be me, doesn't have the hat, we could just be lying to try and get in the door.
Like
Like
be
the-
wearing my old hat.
She has your old hat.
she does have
make
your
her
whole-
another hat.
the hat in your hand is proof that like the person who had this hat, I got it. I talked to them or
That's
got it
true.
from them. Like otherwise, it could be like if I wanted to get in with the kind men and I saw you leave with that hat because I've been watching the docs, I could pretend to be like, oh, this mystical hat thing, ooh.
But we don't have to like hand it to them or anything.
No, like
We
I wouldn't.
just-
I wouldn't be like, oh, you have to have the hat, but like the hat would need to be there so I could be like, this is my proof that like I'm not bullshitting you.
Yeah,
I
and the
actually
benefit
have
of this would also
thing.
be like they see that you heard what they said, but you're still close enough that we can just like they can be like, okay, let's bring her in.
Compromise.
Okay.
All of the things you guys said, except I'm actually going to be in view. I'm not going to go up
Honestly,
close, but I'm going to just be around.
Okay, so how far into their territory do we have to go to get to the dock?
not
No,
just
they
at
won't
the
let
edge.
you in.
Yeah,
But
just at the edge.
you just have to.
No, because they walk you to the edge of their territory on the docks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how far is the warehouse
Oh,
from the edge of their
the
territory?
closest guard for them. The closest like
Yeah, because
kind
like
men.
the only place I know that we can like walk up and be like, hey, this thing, we gotta talk about something, is that warehouse. But I was under the impression that warehouse was like in their territory. So to
Yeah.
get that far, you're gonna have to like trespass.
Sorry.
I love this so much.
Yes. This is everything.
So, if I remember correctly,
Yeah. Deserves to be on screen.
that's like an entire little comic strip.
I'm not sure the camera will do it justice,
We'll put it in the Discord
but we'll
too.
put it in the
That is
Discord too.
fantastic.
If I could, I would have put people just sneaking by.
I also love that she took the phrase land shark as
Very
literally as
literally.
possible.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
I don't know what he looked like, okay?
It is a
There's a physical
land
description of him
shark.
right here on the table. There's a plushie.
I like hers better.
Artistic.
He's adorable.
Artistic expression.
Artistic license,
Artistic
absolutely.
license.
Absolutely.
So if I
Alright.
remember correctly, there was like that fruit stand, a sketchy fruit stand, and something else, and then the warehouse was like in the territory. That was like at the edge of the territory where it was marked with.
So the fruit stand was like right outside the warehouse, and
Oh,
the
okay,
warehouse was sort of central to the territory that they had claimed. It's probably an area about 5 or 6 blocks.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I would like to bring you with me, but my understanding was that to get to the where we know the guards are, you would have to be already in their territory, and then I feel like it's just proof to them that you can't do what they tell you to.
Okay, fine. I say right at the edge.
No, that's fine, and like
I
we
think
can
that's-
ask if like you can come and
Yeah.
explain. We just
Fine.
I don't want to like piss them off, and
And we don't
I just-
get the hat too close to their grubby hands.
Yes, and make it clear I would like to come talk about it.
yeah, no, absolutely.
I think that that's fair.
On a related note, how important is it to you to always be wearing that hat?
I would like some more information about it before I answer that question.
Okay, because
That's
I'm
fair.
thinking it might be safest to keep it in like a lead-lined box.
But then I won't have a party
But
house.
I know we'd have to get you a different.
It has to do with me.
Well,
And-
yeah, but I don't. We don't know anything about this person or
Or
your
you.
hat. For all I know, this is some god from a third world who has decided to get involved in things, and I'm not sure I want them to be able to contact us.
What if I'm a god and they're just trying to find
You
me?
want
It's actually an excellent
Plot
word. It
twist.
is a god.
Then,
Wait.
like we're doing with the other gods, put you back where you came from.
We're so
Maybe that would be like if they bring her in, she can ask about maybe
Oh no, yeah,
the
like
relationship.
I think like ideally, we are able to get Cabbage in to say everything that she heard about and explain.
I
Yeah.
feel like they'll probably ask you.
I
actually.
want to
I-
be there just to try and understand the magic, exactly what kind of magic's going on here.
Fair.
But like, I just don't think we can start with Cabbage.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Should I go
So
there?
I think Tommy
Maybe.
should hang out
Yeah,
with me.
like I
Yeah,
think having you
like-
both would be
Okay.
good.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can
let's
you
go.
can until we know you guys can kind of
I also
hang out
kind
at
of
the
want to
edge.
gauge their reaction because if we say like, "Hey, we need to ask about some weird stuff that's been going on with this hat," and they freak out, I'm not sure I want to put you both in a room with them.
That's yeah.
Because I don't know where this hat came from. Maybe they're involved in something. Maybe they're working for this third set of deities meddling in our affairs. Who knows?
And they might end up getting kind of jelly that now they want to talk to you, and then
I mean,
like,
he
that
didn't
could be
seem to have a
problematic.
problem that I had the hat because
No.
apparently I'm with his Tommy.
No, yeah, but I don't know
No,
what the
but
kind men
yeah.
might.
Yeah,
do.
the kind men might end up getting kind of territorial about that.
But I don't know why she would have given me that. I don't know. I
Anyway.
want
Probably
answers.
not. Just like
On a
sad,
related
fitting
note, what I was gonna say
possible
before all this came up,
Good morning.
it would be helpful if we could make some money. So I was thinking maybe we move the workshop actually close to town, like outside the gates, so
Okay.
that we can set it up and potentially actually get people to come in and purchase services from the workshop.
Should we wear name tags?
No.
If nothing else, maybe it would help us keep our names
Well, I was
straight.
gonna say, but it means we have to be like, even in the Shaggin, we all have to be like in character, as it were.
Rye,
I feel like
Connor, Gale, Radish. We gotta come up with something better.
So yeah, like if everybody's kosher with that plan.
Nobody believes my real name is my real name. They're not gonna believe your real name is Radish.
Yeah, no.
Oh, they got it.
it's a nickname. That's fine. We just call her by her nickname, which is Radish.
Yeah. So
Real name is Redania.
There you go.
Anyway,
Radar.
so we go to town, we try and set up a meeting about this weird hat. And see where that goes.
Should we do that first before I do the thing, or should I do that my thing
Oh yeah, you're doing
while
your thing.
like
I think you can go do your thing
I
and we
think
can
you
go
need
do
to
our
be doing
thing.
your thing.
Yeah.
I think we need to be efficient with our time.
okay,
Yeah.
did
And then
he
we
give me a
can-
time?
He did not give you a specific time, no.
Okay, I'll go and check and make sure like that he's ready and like
Yeah, I mean,
He's
if he's,
gonna look
if
for
he's
some
not,
stuff.
it'd be useful to have you with as extra muscle in case things go wrong. But,
Okay.
like, I realize as I look around the room that the only other muscle I can bring with me would be magical.
Maybe I should just go ahead and come with you. Like, we're here for a few days.
Yeah, that's maybe.
They're smiling.
Like, I'll go with you.
Yeah, I'm.
We'll lock you in the basement.
Let me put it this way: I would like to trust you, but you have shown me that you have a lot of difficulty not casting magic, which is illegal, in front of people.
You'll get
What
there.
better place for me than under your watchful eye?
A place that won't get me executed when you decide to cast magic anyway.
That was good.
That was pretty good.
I will leave my paper at home.
You don't need paper to cast your spells.
At least not all of them.
So,
So yeah, I think we gotta do that like first thing.
Yeah.
So are we gonna move the workshop?
Well, I mean,
today?
I'm gonna be there
Yeah, like
close
instead
by,
of us
but
walking
you
into
could
town,
stay.
we'll
I
just
mean, you can still come with
ride
I
us.
the
still
workshop
think that
to
you
town.
should just go do your library thing.
We've
I'll
got
just
5
wander
days.
the
I don't
city.
think we're in a.
Uh,
As soon as this conversation is over, I'll go
Sure.
straight.
Normally I would say you
I
just go do
would
that, but
love for
realizing
you to
that
just wander the city.
like I would trust Milo, except in order for him to be of any use if we get into a tussle magic.
Yeah.
Tommy, not magic, but that's only one.
And he's got connections that we don't understand
Right.
with the
I'm
group.
not magic.
So
She might fire off spells
By sneezing.
as part of our negotiations. And Mal's gone to work, which leaves us with you.
What
That's a
if
weird
I
thing to
agree
say.
not to do a spell
Are you gonna
unless you give me the old secret wink, like, do one now?
Are you gonna keep your word?
Because you already said that you wouldn't cast spells in front of other people.
What are you doing again?
We're gonna go negotiate with a group of criminals and cutthroats to have them talk to us about this magic hat.
Okay, I promise that unless you give me a secret wink, I will not cast any.
How about
Can
unless
we-
I specifically, directly, blatantly ask you to, you don't?
But that would be really obvious.
Yeah.
People that were.
Yes, it would. It would indeed.
I do
It
feel
would
like
be
at that point.
impossible to misconstrue it as anything but what it is.
You're like getting flayed alive. You're like,
Do it!
do it! Are you sure?
Is that the wink?
is this
Is that the signal?
I promise I will not cast any magic without specific verbal
Request?
permission,
Instruction.
insinuated desire.
No. Not an insinuated desire. Express
Back up.
request.
I promise I won't do anything. I just really want to be on this whole criminal investigation.
I would love for you to be a part of the group,
I
but I
will
need to
not.
know that you're not going to get me killed.
And cross my heart.
Hope to die.
Hope to. No, you're not here. Are you?
It's everyone that's You're not here.
Turns out you're not here.
That's reaction.
Actually say
That's
that.
a reaction we had. You're not here. You're not part of this conversation.
in my head? That's exactly what happened. She's like, "You're not here."
Which is like, I don't know what to say to that.
It's like, the other day, Stephen and I were driving with Aaron. She was like, "You can't talk to me in the car. You can't talk to me till we get to the
To
park."
the park.
And we were like,
Okay.
Like, I mean, that's fair. All right. I've got
You're not here, magic card.
them's the rules.
I won't do it. Anyway,
Okay.
Am I here now?
So I'm gonna look at the rest of you and be like, okay, so if she casts magic, like
We cut off a toe.
I'm gonna have to make special anti-magic handcuffs and put her in them. Like, that's the level we're gonna have to take
That's
this
an
to.
option.
I will do the work for this.
That's an option. Danny.
I was kidding about the toe thing.
I'll send a note to Akarai. Okay, one more thing. Does the Church of the Empress, whatever thing, have like a holy text?
Yes.
I just got
Getting
big
mixed
signals here. You
messages.
want to try that one more time?
What do you have in mind?
Oh, you're asking me? I assume.
you
that-
said-
Well, because you said yes,
Yes.
and I saw Keith go.
No.
I mean, I
I
assume
thought
there's
there-
at least like
A pamphlet.
doctrine, like some kind
Yeah,
of
like
I
a-
need it to
Our
be
holy
like at
text.
least a
Pamphlets that we
semi
get
like decent sized volume of text.
It's just like
Okay.
Magic Week.
So there is something like that. It's
like a code of doctrine sort
yeah,
of a situation.
code of doctrines,
that's what
but
I
it's not
assumed
like
we had.
it's not like a Bible or something like
Right, no, I figured not.
I just loved his immediate like, yes, I see
No.
Keith over here.
No.
No, and I'm like, great. Where could I acquire a copy of that?
Any bookstore. There are usually a large pile on a table that just says half off.
This is the
Okay.
Utah of.
All right.
I mean, apparently.
There's one in the bedstand of every inn.
there's one.
If you mention code of doctrine to the right person, they just
and
hand
like,
you one.
okay, and like, it would be normal for Master Hobbs to have this book, right? Like, no one would think twice about him having this book.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay, good. Perfect. Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Do I need to? I need to get you one.
Well, I mean, like, I need 2 copies, one for Hobbs, one for me, but like, it can't.
Thank you.
They have to be the exact same.
I
He's
think
going
that
for
should.
a cipher.
Yes.
I think that should be easy enough to do. I am pretty sure that they like the press that would be doing it is.
Cabbage.
I was thinking, like, how
Do you
can
have
Killian
iPads?
ensure that he has coded communications? And I was like, oh, book ciphers. Okay.
Yeah.
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 As soon as,
I could do that.
Okay, then we'll just have to pick it up
Family
all the time. All right. Let's
I
pack
have
up and go into
disguise
town.
And I'm
Okay.
going to say.
We'll pack
All
up
right.
the
So
shack
it takes you.
Like,
Silent
to get everything settled, 10
Okay.
minutes, 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay,
it's
so
not
about
hard.
10-15 minutes to get everything
Does this mean we'll go
pulled
down?
together.
Keep
Um,
pushing me death.
it's about
Or lots.
half an hour or so to
Yeah,
a
that was-
spot.
I want as close to the gates as I can without being, like,
Well,
in the way.
So there is actually a spot where wagons
Fishing village.
from
They go like
down
this.
from
Like this.
the valley would actually set up
Okay.
to sort
Look
of
at Jetty. Look at Jetty.
trade their
Ooh.
wares.
So most travel to town is
So-
actually going to be coming from the
No,
other
yeah.
side of the city, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm actually going
And
to go
then-
pet set up on that side of it. So
Okay.
we're going to go through town.
So okay. So
through
so
town
you're
or around town.
Like that?
Through
Is that
town.
good?
through town.
Build up
Okay.
business as you go.
There is there's
there's
no
no
around.
around.
Oh,
There's
There-
no road that goes around. So
There's no
I
road
will
that goes
go-
around.
Killian's basically thinking of setting up like right on the side of the
Okay.
road as people are coming into town to be like,
Well, that's
you know,
where
half off, whatever you need.
that's actually where the traveling wagons would be
Yeah.
the trade wagons.
do you want me to do a spiel as
Anyway.
we go through town?
No, we'll get to that because we're not going to open up shop right away anyway.
So, Killian,
Yep,
I have a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
How conspicuous is the shaggin rolling through town?
Ooh.
Very
I gave
conspicuous.
her an iPad.
I would say.
Hello, dangerous.
Okay, I can see this going 2 different ways. I would say it is conspicuous unless this is the sort of town where trade wagons coming through, people are just going to kind of like not pay much attention to them anyway. Because at a distance or in passing, they probably wouldn't like. They might be like, that's kind of a weird, but like, I don't think it would
Okay.
immediately be like, that's a house on wheels. But if they're like, oh, and they like pay even a tiny bit of attention to it, it's very clearly going to be weird.
Okay.
What's going on this side, the other side of the table? May I quickly ask?
I gave Dells an iPad.
See, what we're learning here is why normally Natalie sits here and Stephanie sits there.
I don't feel like it's any better.
So I look dangerous.
No, it is
when I
because
go
then
with you.
not only are you three not immediately next to each other, we're not next to each other.
We've been good.
No, we have.
Honestly,
We've been
this
surprisingly
time
good, but
I'm
that can't last.
Amazed. I am amazed.
All
Okay.
hands have been on top of the table the entire time.
So it
I,
is.
as always, have been a perfect angel.
That's true. Braid is the golden child.
That's because your character is going to make up for it later, I'm
Yep.
sure.
All right. So
Anyway, so
it is not unusual to see trade wagons go through Lamont's Wells, heading for
Too much.
Yeah.
Sutterton.
it's a little weird to see it
It's
go the other way.
not. Well, I mean, and once they're there, they have to come back through. But it's usually in greater numbers, and not with
Travel single file to hide their numbers.
not as many people to a single wagon.
And their wagons
And then
don't
the wagon-
have chimneys.
And then the wagon itself is a little odd.
Yep.
So you are definitely attracting notice as you go through town, and you
Worried about the cheese.
you happen. I mean, you get a sense that your passing through town will be noted,
Okay.
but there is no way around.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have another
If it
option.
wasn't before, it certainly is by the person that's on it. No.
I know.
Ugh.
Dells is ready to go.
Yarr!
You're referring to Radish.
This is gonna be the scene from Pirates where they go to steal the ship.
I
and,
avast!
yeah, and Will Turner's like, I avast! And everybody laughs at him.
I'm like, okay. Cabbage, help me with my disguise.
No,
Dangerous.
you weren't trying to be disguised. You only asked me if you could have an eye patch.
That's my disguise.
Wow, you just got thrown under the wagon.
That was a big one.
Now I look dangerous, so when we meet these criminals, they'll take us seriously.
I mean, she couldn't even say
I
it.
didn't
with
even
a
spend
straight
that
face.
one yet.
I think they'd take us just as seriously if we put a bag over your face.
And just like
Maybe more
charcoal
so, 'cause it looks like she's a
charcoal the
prisoner.
smiley face.
So with that in mind, it
Yeah,
takes
this
you
is
about a
second
half an hour to
June.
get to town. And while Lamont's Wells is not a huge town, it does take a fair bit of time to wind your way through, cross over the streams, and get.
As we're going through town, I will ask somebody. I kind of figured you, because will you go tell Mal that we moved the shack in?
I'm gonna
You
do
just-
that.
He just left. He's gonna get the gym. He's gonna come back and we're just gone.
Those bastards left me.
I can go do that.
Hey, we took Max with us.
Oh
They took my dog.
Now I have two familiars.
Took a dog.
Yeah, I'll go let Max. I'll go let Mal.
You're like, hey Max.
I'll go let Mal.
You're
know
like,
that
Are you cool with that? Now, are you gonna be one of the cool kids and come with us, or?
statistically, your survival will be better with us. But yeah, I'll hop off the wagon and go let Mal know that we've moved to Shaggin.
Okay.
So obviously, people notice the shagging. Does anyone give us trouble? Anything like it? Everybody's
No,
just,
no,
hey.
they're just
just watching
taking note. They're making, they're marking it. They see it. It's going to be
remembered.
remembered.
Rumors.
Okay. So that takes probably another half hour or so.
Yeah.
So about an hour between breaking camp and arriving at the wagon
So I
grounds on the
will.
other
I will
side.
pitch up the shaggin. I will not unfold its majesty.
Gillian, have you ever considered maybe we should regularly repaint this different colors?
I hadn't thought about it. And honestly, I don't know if it's gonna matter. We have a chimney. I don't think we can paint that a different color and trick anybody.
Maybe not, but it probably wouldn't hurt every now and then.
Well, we could probably do it now. Then
Because maybe it then looks more like it's a trend.
I'm thinking that hopefully in the future we can circumvent town instead of driving directly through it.
I'll vote we paint it red.
We'll hold a vote later, and we have to have money for paint first.
Also true, yes. You okay over there?
I was just about to say something bloodthirsty that you would have thought was questionable, so I'm not going to say it.
And now she questions you anyway.
Use
But
blood.
now I want to hear it.
Thank you, question mark. She's just gonna kind of walk away.
Anyway, so hitch everything up,
Okay.
move it, head into town. To go.
All right. So, Mal, you are back at the shop doing work.
He'll ask like, do you close this or like as early as you did yesterday every day? I feel like that'd make business real hard.
Oh no, that was I just had other plans yesterday.
Fair enough.
Well, I wish she would have been on that date or something.
Like meeting with the Inquisition.
Nobody expects that.
Normally I do stay open until the rest of the shops close.
Fair enough.
So,
Fair enough.
no, yesterday was just
It was an odd day for everybody.
an odd day. Yes, quite. So if you don't, and she'll hand you.
Oh, he will also tell her about the cheese, and that's the reason like half his face is missing.
Or you could just say that you got a haircut, but that's fine.
He would tell her.
So you took part in the.
That was quite the experience.
How'd you do?
Finished.
Not a lot of people do that.
I understand now why.
Yes, I thought about it once in my youth and decided it was just not for me. I'm tender skin and all of that.
Mal's skin's like all red.
So you
Yeah, that's
second-degree
fair.
burns for cheese.
Well, congratulations. I'm look forward to seeing your window once it is installed.
I'm actually kind of hoping that I can convince them to let me have it. What a piece of pride, you know?
They don't normally turn those loose once they're installed.
That's fair,
It's
that's fair.
part of the whole shtick, don't you know?
Yeah. Maybe I can commission another one. Just, it'd be great to have, you know?
Perhaps I've not heard of any of the other competitors asking for that, but wouldn't hurt to ask.
That's one of those things I figure it could be like a family heirloom or something. I don't know. And Mal will continue working.
And about that point, the bell rings and she goes and does her thing. And right behind the customer coming in is Milo.
Howdy, Gale.
Derek, just wanted to let you know that we moved the shop from the shop/camp from to the other side of the city, just to drum up some more business.
That's fair. That's fair.
Decided to tell you so you didn't start wandering through the woods, wondering where we were.
That's fair. I would have been rather upset to find that you guys had all left me.
Yeah. So we're now on the other side.
Sounds good.
Connor is gonna probably just set up shop there.
Okay.
So
Cool. If you guys need anything, let me know. I'll be busy here for the foreseeable rest of the day, but
Yeah.
let me know.
Yep, I'll let you know, ma'am, and I will then head back to.
Well, I mean, she's speaking with the customer,
Then
so
I will just let her be. Just kind of nod in her direction, then head back to.
You don't want to like butt in on their conversation, be like, "Ma'am."
No, ma'am.
Because that's not.
I understand. Out of everyone, I'm probably the most versed in etiquette.
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 No, etiquette.
Etiquette is
It
a
is
real
now
world.
etiquette.
in this.
Yep.
A real world.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a real world.
a real
There's
world.
a world known as etiquette.
Don't worry, Brayden, you're not alone.
Adding that to the never wonder now. Never under.
Etiquette.
Never under.
Just traveling this whole side of the
I'm
table.
not gonna say anything anymore.
We should just have this little pocket.
I am the younger minor.
So maybe like 10 minutes after you stop, I'll probably get back.
Nothing is under me.
Derek knows.
Great, good.
We're gonna
So
set
let's
up.
go
Or...
set a meeting.
Yeah.
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 But have you taken off the eye patch?
Nope.
Oh.
Would you like me to stay here with the Shagan and watch it? I assume.
I assume if this is where most of the trade wagons stop, I assume like it's pretty like the city guard keeps an eye on it.
They do.
But do you trust them to
It's
watch?
real close to the city gates, so that there are regular patrols, but they're not like as regular as inside
No, yeah.
the city.
I trust most people to not be able to figure out how to get in to the wagon.
Fair.
If you had a badger, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
If you had a badger, you could get through anything.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about it. Just think.
The badger breaks out.
Anyway, so you can if you really want to, but
I was just wondering because I didn't know if you wanted me to be
And-
there due to my skills.
Fair.
Why?
Now I look like a criminal.
Wait, is that what you were going for?
Yes.
Oh.
Pirates steal things. Criminals steal things.
And lose eye.
I've been in dangerous things. I've lost.
They do.
Radish
Yes.
is Cabbage's second cousin twice removed. She was dropped on her head as a child, but we promised her mother we would take her with us. That is
That's
the
our
story.
I could come up with a better cover, but I said I would let you take lead on this.
That's our
Actually,
story.
That's our story.
All you said is that you wouldn't do magic, but
All right, let's go.
so as we get to the edge of the territory, I'll like. Okay, so Tommy and do we have a new name for you yet? Or are we just okay? So Tommy,
I was thinking, I need a nickname, right? Do I need?
just in case, like it might be
Honestly,
good.
he could probably think on it though, because like
Bean.
people in
Bean.
Bean.
Beans.
We'll let you keep thinking.
No, it's no different than any of your all. Cabbage.
That's my
radish.
real name, though.
Hang on. Are you telling me that you would like to have
right,
a name
he's
in
right.
the same caliber as our eye patch wearing friend?
Excuse me. My real
Yeah,
legal
but
name is Cabbage. No, my fake name is
So
Eleanor.
I just want to
It's
make.
not my fake name, it's my middle
You
name.
want those to be the same. You want to be in the same caliber, in the same category.
Makes it easy to remember.
Bean?
Okay,
So we're going with Bean.
if that's what you want.
Vegetable soup crew.
Yeah.
They'll be the first to die.
Beans and radishes, first to go in the pot.
Ew.
Nope, that's not how you do that.
Huh.
This is why you don't cook.
That's why I'm the
It can't
cook.
be any different than making things. You just cobble them together.
You heat it up,
Huh.
and then
And then
You
there's-
heat it up and beat on it.
Yep,
And-
until it gets to the right consistency.
My other name that my character was supposed to be was Killgasm, but that's too close to Killian.
It
So-
was what?
Killgasm.
I'm not gonna write that on my paper.
Killtacular.
I mean, Kilda
Wow.
is a thing that wouldn't be as weird, but
Yep, nope. Bean it is, sure.
yep. I'll
That's
take
what you really want.
Bean.
Anyway,
I'll take Bean.
kill it.
So I feel like Cabot and Eleanor, specifically Eleanor, not Eleanor, right?
Eleanor.
Elena.
No, that's
It's
just
Elena.
Eleanor.
I was
Eleanor?
checking to see if it was an accent thing or the name thing.
When my mom gets mad at me and I'm in trouble, she says, Cabbage Eleanor Atwood.
If I had more inspiration, I would give it to you.
Flawless transition into mom voice.
Yes. Okay, so Eleanor,
You have a lot of
Radish, and Bean
Yeah.
should stay here-ish.
Yes.
But I have the patch on.
I thought you were going with.
I was going. That's why I made the song.
Sure.
Yeah,
So-
no, I thought.
Okay.
So you had backup.
Sure.
So-
do you want to come with me or stay with?
Where are you going?
Anywhere
I'm
but
gonna
here.
walk up to the
We.
warehouse and try and get them to meet with us.
I'm going with as the
I'll
muscle that's
go
going.
with you.
Okay.
And I thought,
I can at least try and talk us out of a situation should it go south.
I was supposed to go with you because the hat with me and the thing.
No.
No, you're
We're
staying
gonna,
with me.
We're gonna see if we can set the meeting and then bring you
Yeah.
to it because we have to get permission.
Yeah,
Actually,
and we don't
I-
know what your
uh,
relationship to these folks actually looks
Connor.
like yet.
Do we want the three problems by themselves? The three of them together?
Well, it's not. It's two.
I was referring to Tommy, Cabbage, and Dells.
Okay, so Radish is coming with us.
Oh, thank goodness.
And
Well,
I trust Eleanor
Aw,
and
he's alive to
Bean
me.
to be together.
Gale, may you trip and stub your toe. I'm not a problem.
Most of the time.
Yeah. But I'm referring to with this group specifically not wanting to see you again.
I
Unless
feel like
it's
we're
like
okay in that. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
not. We're not
we'll be all right.
getting
We're
into
not
their
bringing it.
territory.
We'll work it out.
We're leaving
Okay.
them on the edge.
Okay, let's take this potentially cursed hat.
Be careful with it.
It will not leave my hands.
Oh, I give it to Killian.
Never mind.
So it already did.
Failure.
I appreciate the sentiments.
I will guard it with my life.
I'm sorry, but I've given it to
Oops.
Killian. So I
That's
guess we
fair.
head to the
We're
warehouse.
gonna go walk to the warehouse.
Okay.
We're gonna
I'm
try
gonna go
and
up to the fruit stand.
Okay. So the fruit and the fruit in this stand is like
Oh, I'm sure.
it's
Yeah.
pitiful.
Are we-
It
or,
is
or do we just
so
walk in confident like we really
pitiful.
belong?
And the guy behind it is like swole,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah. So we have a friend who recently acquired this hat, and some things have happened involving this hat that have left us with some concerns about its previous owner.
Stinky.
Might there be a way that we could arrange a time or a place to have said questions answered? We understand there were some instructions given about people not coming by your fruit stand.
That sounds like a euphemism.
We just wanted to try and work things out.
So you can see the gears in this guy's brain turning,
So
and they are like
Yeah.
real slow.
so Killian's gonna like look around and like there's nobody like near us, right?
Yeah.
Your boss gave somebody this hat, and you told him not to come back until you asked for it. Well, the hat started talking.
We've got some questions.
So we've got some questions, and we assume that the previous owner of this hat is the only person who can answer them, but we don't want to just walk in on your turf. So could you direct us to someone where we could talk to them and set up a meeting?
Can I speak to your manager, please?
Alright. Karen.
Karen. Yes.
Karen.
Let me go ask somebody.
Yep, you do that. We will wait right here.
And he comes out
Step.
from behind. He comes out from behind the stand and starts sort of sauntering over to the warehouse. He's not in any hurry at all, and he's not gone more than like 5 steps, and somebody else slides in, real thin guy, wispy mustache, and he's just standing there at the cart.
I imagine there's about a 20% chance that someone's going to come out of that warehouse and kill us.
May I quickly ask a question to you, gracious DM?
Yes.
Wow.
When you say that these are the docks,
Mm-hmm.
like, are we talking like they are on actual docks or on a bank? that is next to the docks.
How close to water am I?
It's a little bit of
drop out from under us.
Yes.
It's-
Or
so
can I
it's-
make the floor drop out?
So it's a little bit of both. I mean, you're definitely at the waterfront. The warehouse itself is sort of half on land, half on the docks.
Okay.
It's built so that ships coming in offload directly into the warehouses,
Okay.
or vice
Just
versa.
making sure for options.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does this pay well?
Well, not this.
No, but like this.
I do okay.
Has anyone ever actually bought something from this?
No,
I would hope not.
I would hope not.
no, we make sure that everyone gets what they need. This is just
No, yeah, I understand.
I'm
You know.
like,
Do you need some new set dressing?
I think
Or
the
ranch
point of it is
dressing.
to
The point-
deter
I think that's the
people.
only way anyone thinks of that.
This-
Oh, okay.
we don't want people buying this, but
Well,
we
that's
need
real good.
but we need an excuse to be on the street.
I imagine it's like the kind of thing where you like pick, like you go to pick up an apple by the stem and you just like, and you just like get the core and like you just set that back down.
Yeah.
I
Just-
would like to point out that Steven's reaction is much greater to this because of the noise.
Yep. So you get like weekends off?
Dental?
They have dental.
Dental.
Can I apply? My employer.
So it's about 10 minutes later or so, big dude comes
Yep.
sauntering back across the street, still not in any hurry. Hey, Chester, y'all come with me.
Never mind. Yeah, no, okay.
no, I'm
We'll
Radish.
ask in there about the brain. Yep.
Yeah.
And as you guys are walking in, you do see another like little urchin come zipping out and go down the street.
Well, that might have taken care of it, but we'll find out.
Uh-huh. I'm not gonna talk much.
Okay.
Don't want to mess this up.
Because you guys are close enough, you can hear Killian as we go into the warehouse. He's like, "Please don't get stabbed in the back." Stabbed in the back.
I'm behind you, so you're good.
You probably see me stab me in the back.
I made no promises.
So are we leaving the negotiation?
We're
Well,
going into
we have
the...
we have negotiated a meeting.
Yes.
we have a negotiation to talk to a negotiation.
We have convinced upper management to hear us out.
Yes.
So that's where we're headed right now.
Or we're gonna
They're
walk
taking you
into
in
a
there to
room.
kill
Yeah,
you.
or they're gonna take us in here and kill us and dump the bodies.
Yes.
Could go either way.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B.
You know.
They'll let you talk first, then dump your bodies.
That is the smart thing to do.
I'm like, don't worry, I have paper.
Last one.
Just
Okay.
imagine you spending a whole bunch of time last night, like holding your paper over like
Just
a candle or something to like dry it out, and you like just hung it up.
your bird is just flapping its wings.
Yep.
So to dry out
Argon's
the
like,
paper.
I love this lady.
The equivalent of having a hair dryer.
Finally appreciated for the beautiful specimen I am.
Draping it.
So he leads you guys in. You
More
pass
than
a
just
couple of
utility.
obvious guards at the door. Step in, and we're gonna leave you guys there for just a second.
Okay.
For the three that were left at the edge of the territory.
I thought there was only
Oh,
two
that's
of
only
us.
two.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Cabbage and Tommy.
oh,
Yeah,
Cabbage and
Del's
Everybody
Tom.
else is
Radish
Yeah.
is with us.
Okay, Dells is.
Yes.
There was some confusion on who was going where, but
Dell's
we,
came
Right,
with us
right.
because
Okay, right,
she
right,
wanted
right.
to be a part of things.
And
Okay,
he's
so
still wearing an
Dell's-
eye patch.
Yes.
So the four of us.
And you're at the wagon.
no,
No. The four of us went to
Okay.
So-
the fruit stand.
Killian, me, Simi, and Del.
Simi, you're
Okay.
here?
That's where I was confused. I thought it was 3 and 3.
Yeah, no, it was gonna be.
Surprise!
You're
Um,
not here.
So Tommy and Cabbage, roll me a perception check. Actually, yeah, roll me a perception check.
Nah. 11.
No.
Enough.
Maths are hard.
22.
There you go.
Okay.
22.
All right. So the rest of the party has been gone about 10-15 minutes at this point. And you sort of out of the corner of your eye, you catch sight of this little kid sort of scampering down the street, and he disappears into an alley about a block up or so. And then a couple minutes later, you feel a little tug on your belt, and you reach down and grab the kid's arm. And he looks up and he does this.
Was his hand near my, like...
His hand is on your pouch.
No.
I knew it'd get your attention.
Wow, that's creepy.
Or it was a free meal.
Yep.
And
Win.
where, what?
Come,
What?
come with me.
What
Why?
master do you serve?
What master do I
Yeah,
serve?
Who are you coming from?
What?
The captain lady wants to see you.
Coming.
I
Alright,
was
Tommy.
just popping breath mints.
Bean, come with me.
Alright.
Cabbage is like adjusting. We're like.
Make sure everything's arranged.
Okay.
But your curls are so beautiful.
I guess I still have my red heart kerchief. That's fine.
I
there
have
you
a
go.
helmet you can.
I appreciate the offer.
Some whole
But-
aesthetic she's going for.
Okay. It doesn't match.
It does not.
Okay,
match,
sorry.
no.
She's got to
Alright.
impress a pirate.
What's your
lady.
name?
Apple.
Really? Wait, really?
Well, that's what they call me.
That's fair. Alright, lead the way, Apple.
I like that you asked, really. It's fair.
If anybody should not question.
I was just excited. Maybe there's a family of fruit out there somewhere.
You've got all the veggies. Somebody else has all the
So
fruit.
if you and somebody from this fruit family get together, you're gonna call your firstborn child Tomato, right?
I was just thinking that.
Bob.
Oh. Persimmon. And all
Ugh.
Bob
persimmon.
the tomato and Larry the cucumber.
This is Bob and this is Larry. Sorry.
Robert of
Um,
Lawrence.
So the rest of the party, the big part is ushered in down a long hallway past the floor of the warehouse on one side, a little reception area, office area on the other, past a break room. There's people, kick back lounging. They are not sharpening daggers, but they are definitely carrying them. They are.
We need to find him and we need to sit him down and just be like, is it because it's impressive that you're doing it, or are you just an idiot?
So they're a rough and rowdy bunch, obviously.
Are any of them the folks from last night?
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd check.
Let's hope not.
Nope. And you're ushered all the way down to the main office at the far end. And as you walk in, you are greeted by a very tall, stately woman wearing Cabbage's hat. We'll just wait for your friends.
Oh, okay, yeah, they already took care of it. We're good.
Good to meet you. You left an impression.
Well, I'd like to say the same, but
That's
I've
fair.
not met any of you yet. So.
I mean,
Cabbage would be.
the plan was for you not to meet us, but
I didn't say that you were
I
like
would be very interested
taken
in
by
the
her.
story as to
I
why
thought
we've
it.
abandoned that plan, but it can wait.
yup.
And not long after, Tommy and Cabbage are ushered into the room. Tommy, make me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Okay. 11.
Well, I mean, it's not like she's like hiding. So you see her, and there's something familiar about the woman in this room.
Rita?
No.
But you're not able to really place it. She, however, on the other hand, like freezes
Oh.
and stares you down.
That's not a good sign.
You're going to hear the story before you make any decisions.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think I am.
I'm going to hand you back your hat.
Captain?
Wow.
Do tell.
So, there's not a weird way to start this at all. I had a weird dream last night. But there was this voice in my head that was like, "Hello, is this thing on? Wait, you're not the one I gave this hat to. Oh, you're with my Tommy. Good, watch out for him. I'm gonna want him back before the connection thingy is over." And I woke up. So I know you told me not to come back here. And
What did the voice sound like?
A little bit crazy, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that tracks.
So, yeah, I know you told me not to come back.
No,
Are there windows?
this is
Is
worth
there
it.
escape?
I don't blame you for coming back for that.
Yeah, so, you seem to know our friend.
Yeah,
We,
we worked together back where we came from.
maybe you could enlighten him, because he doesn't know anything anymore.
Oh, you must. Okay. I had that same thing happen to me during the crossing. So, you must have gotten here. You must have gotten here more recently than I have, than any of us have.
Just a few days, I think.
That
How long
explains
have we
that.
been here?
Wait,
Did he have an escape pod?
crossing?
Oh, you're gonna need to sit down and probably have a stiff drink for this
Flip
one.
up my eye patch.
Hang on. Before we go into all this, just to potentially clear up some confusion amongst all of us, does the phrase or word dragon mean anything to you?
Yeah, does it not to you?
Does the word kobold mean something to you?
Yeah, does it not to you?
It didn't used to.
I'm sensing a pattern.
What does it mean to you? Wait, let me just. I'm just gonna. Are there dragons where you come from before you crossed whatever you crossed?
Oh yeah, tons of them.
Okay, great. I'm gonna do this real quick. Okay, so your gods are here. Our god is there. We want to switch them back. We already know
Wait,
about.
both of our gods are here?
No, just the one. It got split into 4.
Wait, are we
so
sure?
one of ours went back there to like hold off the.
Do we know it's just one? Are we
It was
positive?
one before it got split into 4.
Because balance got swept with one. Because destruction's back.
But
So-
do we have a way of knowing?
Yours,
Wait,
yours are in 4
hold on.
pieces here.
How did that happen?
From my understanding, as it was explained, as it traveled through the crossing is apparently the term for it. It sort of like crossed through this like elemental region place, and like while it was there, it split into 4. So we've got like earth, fire, water, air here.
And then the
getting
Fire
us
Nation
drinks?
attacked.
So we're all caught up on that. We know all about that. So you two are from there.
So,
Yes.
Where?
So why are you here?
Okay, let me catch all of you up. So you remember we had that whole discussion. Our gods got switched, so so they're from the dragon god's place, and came here, presumably to look for things. I don't actually know why
Yeah,
you would
why-
come
Or
here.
did you just fall in
no,
somehow?
I don't know why we're here. We're just here.
So,
Some weird toilet thing where you got flushed? I don't know.
Interesting.
okay.
This just became a lot more productive of a conversation than it was going to be.
The voice.
Yeah,
What was
show.
that?
my boss.
And your boss is and who?
Well, the name's not going to mean anything to you. I assume if you guys don't know what dragons are, you don't know what beholders are.
Do we know what? We probably
Yeah,
don't
do
know
we
what
have
that
beholders
is.
now?
I
Yeah,
I mean,
nope.
behold
if you-
things.
if
Does
you
that make
do,
me a beholder?
You've never heard of
Yeah.
them.
No, doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
So what's a beholder?
Great big
Nest?
ball thing, lots of eye stalks on it, really nasty things. Most of them are really nasty creatures. The one I work for is crazy, but not as bad on the grand scheme of things.
You work
So-
for him? Why?
Hmm?
You work for him?
Presumably
Why?
because he pays.
Well,
Dental.
he didn't exactly give me a choice. And they're not the kind of creatures you say no to.
Excellent vision
Um,
care.
She's gonna reach into her. She's
got an acorn on a chain.
She's twirling. She's twirling a little chain around her neck, and those of you who are perceptive enough to catch it, it
Nope.
does have a little
Acorn.
golden acorn on it.
This is a dangerous crossover, Keith.
My old character.
Okay. So
This was. This is the Acorn Queen. This is a character of mine from several campaigns ago.
person?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Jin. She's
No,
a change.
not the eyeball.
is
Yeah, I
this
know.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. So real quick rundown. Is there a way to make him remember?
His memories will come back with time. Usually, if he sees someone he recognizes, or should remember the memories. Clearly, I'm not ringing a bell right now. That's okay. It sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
So why are you here?
That's the part I don't know.
How did
you
get here?
I just woke up here.
And you've already created.
The question
This-
you should ask is, how long ago did you
That's
cross?
a good question.
I've been here about 10 years.
Okay, that's a more fair amount of time.
Yes.
Never mind.
But you don't know how you got here, right?
No,
And
unfortunately.
how long has your boss been
Okay.
here?
Well,
I don't know that he is.
Oh, okay.
because he said before the connection.
Thingy. He
And-
said thingy.
So like
Does that
he's
mean
there.
Does that mean he's trying to get here?
Should we
Maybe.
be scared of that?
I
I mean, we
Okay.
have. I guess we have like.
mean, we're talking about
God
a thing with
pieces
an eyeball. I
already
don't
that are-
think it's going to be that difficult to find.
So
out
do
an
you
eyeball.
want to get back?
I would desperately love to get back. I've got family back.
Fantastic. Okay, here's what we're gonna do then.
We're going to swap you for the god of balance.
Okay, you're gonna have to go with me for a quick sec here. But first question: how much do you know about magic and how it works from where you're from?
I wasn't a I wasn't a magic user. I really don't. I did have a friend. I had a couple of friends who really knew how to use magic.
Do you know anyone here who knows how magic works where you're from?
Think about what you're about to say very carefully, Keith.
Yes.
All right. Well, because you've been so forthright with us, I'm just gonna put our cards on the table. We've been finding the little pieces of your god that got booted out here, and we'd like to put it back where it came from, and hopefully get ours back here. But your magic works differently than our magic, so I don't have a great idea yet on exactly how to make that switch happen. But if there's somebody here who knows how your version of magic works, we could maybe figure out how the swapping would work.
Yeah, maybe. It's another one of the boss's minions, but I never really got along with Sploof. Yeah, little green guy, pointy ears.
Why on earth would you have not gone along with Sploof?
Your magic expert is a goblin.
Yeah.
I speak goblin.
You do?
Why do you speak goblin?
Because why
What
not?
kind of fishing village is this?
I've traveled many a road.
Is there...
Be a very
he had a
inclusive
thing for dead
village.
things.
Wait a second.
What?
Wait a second. It wasn't
Nope. I'm not gonna ask that question.
the graveyard being robbed.
Son of a
Where
The graveyard's
a
been being
necromancer.
robbed of bodies recently.
how far away is this
Sploof is
master of
Danny's
magic that
character
you know?
from a previous campaign.
Well,
Right.
he,
Well,
Having a
I-
double crossover.
he,
But-
um,
But I thought there was a Sploof and then there was a necromancer Sploof.
There's more than one Sploof, but that's a story for another
There's
time.
Sploof Prime, and then there are a whole bunch of other Sploofs accidentally.
now the question is, do
What
you have
rating?
Sleuth Prime, or do you have one of the
Keith,
his?
at
I'm
this
not
point-
sure which one I want more.
Keith, at this point, Sploof Prime's dead.
So how far away would
refuse.
this person be?
Oh, he's in town.
You have a goblin in town?
How do you...
How?
Wait. Do you?
He's in the dungeon. He's in the sewers.
Yeah, no. Do you?
That
is he
actually
in the
totally
sewers?
tracks.
Yeah, he's with the Grim Seven.
The what now?
I'm
Grim
sorry. The
Seven.
what?
The
The Grim Seven! I have to write that down.
I love everything about this.
Hang on. Is one of the Grim Seven named Kenneth?
And Duncan?
And Duncan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are these dangerous people?
If you cross them,
Well, fuck.
Those are the guys that you attacked down in the sewer.
Those are the guys that we didn't attack.
excuse me. Oh, okay.
But I did sedate one of them.
Oh, you're fucked.
It's okay. I think. we
Yeah, that's
can-
fine. I can be the one to talk to him. I wasn't there.
Is there a way to establish a meeting with them, short of us going back down into the sewers and wandering into their secret hideout? Again.
Not without starting a gang war here in Lamont's Wells, and I'd rather not do that.
Okay, can you tell us where the
Can you just
normal
tell-
entrance
Yeah,
is?
can you just tell us where to go to get into contact with them? Like, we could just come up here to the warehouse, talk to your people outside, make a deal.
No, because every time we've tried, they've killed the messengers.
Okay, well, back to the sewers it is.
We got out really easily.
I mean, to be fair, I can just knock on the door and ask to talk to him. Because I will...
Okay, this is going to be another fun question. How much of this city do you two run?
Pretty much all of it.
So when you say all of it,
Well,
Oyster?
the under... The,
right, you
the
control the
underbelly.
underbelly. Okay.
There's so much.
Yeah, there's a whole lot that
There's-
I could bring up with this.
At first, I didn't want to talk because I was scared I'd screw it up. Now I just don't even know where to start.
How do you like the Empire?
I'll be honest with you, I've been trying to stay out of local politics.
Good plan.
That's
Okay.
fair.
So, fun fact.
Don't know what Sploof's been up to, but I'm trying to stay out of local politics.
Fun fact.
Oh, is it that bad?
Little pieces of your god that got scattered around.
Yeah.
The Empress of this empire has one.
I remember. That's what I remember. There was two.
Okay.
And it is the source from
Talking
which
to
she
it,
draws her
whatever,
power.
The
Oh, that's
necromancer
not-
one.
Well,
You
so
get
that's
Prince,
why
keep it
we're gonna
happy.
have to probably deal with
That's
her,
all I can remember.
which will
So
probably
I'm assuming it
require
was bad.
toppling
He's
an
trying to keep it
empire.
happy.
Yeah, I really don't want to get into local politics.
So everyone was like, yeah, I know you're super.
How?
I will stay out of the way.
He was actually
Well,
kind of
if
a
you
good alliance.
have contacts
But
in the
I'll
underbelly
explain.
of things, then it is possible you could help us make inroads with what we would need. If this works, we'll send you back where you came from. But we can't. My understanding so far is we're not going to be able to send you back. We're going to have to, like. Okay, this is going to be a little brain breaking, but so our god of balance is currently holding off your god of destruction?
Poorly.
That.
Which is a problem because now your god of creation is in 4 little bits spread out all around here, and the god on our end that's supposed to keep all the other ones from, like, infighting to the point where they don't do their jobs is not here to do that job. So we kind of really need to switch them back a lot.
Yeah.
To what?
So we would love to make an alliance with you.
Peace thing.
We would love you.
It is hit and miss at best. And even if I did, it's only like 1/4 of its
So she's gonna
personality.
walk over to the side table, reach for one bottle, set it back, and reach for a totally different bottle. Pour herself like
Can
the
I?
tallest
Thank you.
drink that she's had. You're welcome to this, and just throw it back.
So,
I'll
This
let
is a
everybody else
surprisingly
have some
productive
first.
thing that we have done here.
besides yourself and
Poor Mal.
your friends,
Acquaintance.
acquaintance Sploof, are there any others we need to worry about? Say an individual that wanders around with a list.
Claudius had better not be here.
Not discuss
Claudius had better not
No, I'm not going into that. No, no I
world.
don't
Have a
think
list
so.
to kill after
So,
our adventures
the magic
were
that
done.
you might have detected in the sewers, and that
I believe
was like
that
these
might
spooks
to
then?
be the.
Oh, no, that was the hat.
Okay.
No, not in the sewers. I think it was the books. The magic we detected in the warehouse was that.
I think that
no,
might
that
be.
could be the magic person.
I think that might be the magic user friend of
Yeah,
our
probably.
friend.
Anyway, okay, so
Oh, buddy.
we can come back and discuss this at a later date. But if you want to go back home, we'd love to be able to send you back home. We're gonna need help because
Ooh, yeah.
the essentially most powerful person in the world is holding on to a piece of the god that we gotta send back, and our information informs us she will not be inclined to just let it go.
Dang it! I was thinking it. Why'd you have to do it?
Okay, so you said it was split into 4 parts.
Yep.
And you know where one of them is?
The two
We
of
know
them.
where
where.
3 of them are.
Really?
One of them is in friendly hands.
2 of them, right?
One and a
Well,
half.
One and a half.
Them
One and a
are
bit.
not.
One in a chocolate.
One of them doesn't want to go back.
Yeah, it was kind of gross.
I don't know. Haven't gotten that far yet.
Split personalities from the god.
And
The original one's personality split into 4. So they've kind of got their own personalities after so many years of new awakening consciousness.
we know one of them hasn't like. So I guess so when each one showed up here, they kind of like caused a world-ending disaster type of deal. One of them hasn't done that yet, and it's floating around somewhere biding its time to do that. Don't know where that one is. Know where the other 3 are.
Wait, don't we know where that one is? That one's
Isn't
over
it
across
on
us.
its way? Yeah.
It's on its way.
We don't know like exact location.
But this still leaves us with the Emperor or Empire Empress not wanting to, let it go back, but it'd be kind of important to swap them.
Yeah, I would think so. Okay, well, sounds like you've got your work cut out for you, and I guess we can offer what help we can. Just
I mean, you don't have to do much, but if you could facilitate the movement of supplies and people, and if you have contacts in the wider empire, can use information.
I have built that up at least. It's not as big as a network as what I had back home, but it'll do.
So, real quick,
Yeah?
we still don't know your name.
When you said you had family, did
Was one of them.
Please tell me.
No, I didn't tell you my name.
No.
No one on this side except those that are from my world actually know it. It's Jen.
Nice to meet you. Again.
You're blushing, Kim.
Is there a particular method of communication you want us to pass? Give you the instructions, put you in touch with the larger network we've built?
Not really.
You don't happen to have sending jewelry anymore?
No,
it probably does, but it's connected to all the people in the other place.
This is gonna be a big ask. Do you have? Let me check. So there's something.
A huge amount of gold that I can use on projects that
No.
that my DM doesn't actually want to let me do.
Do you have 75 gold pieces you can spare? I can make a magical communication device so we can pass information directly to you, but
that could come in
it's not
handy.
cheap.
I was gonna
Yeah, I
say.
could probably manage that.
Okay. You also will want to get in touch with someone in. I'll work out the details
I do want that.
between you two, but there's someone in the capital. I don't know if your reach extends that far.
I'm playing a pirate in a river town. Yeah, I've got contacts down closer to the sea. Yeah.
There's somebody there who's building an intelligence network as well.
Okay.
Maybe two
I'll
of
set it up so you can link up and make use. Anyway,
So in the meantime, this hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do we do with that?
Can your boss just contact me if I wear it?
This is gonna sound weird.
Uh-huh.
Because the rest didn't.
In my world, at least, there are beings that just like to watch, like everything.
Sorry.
He's one of those.
Ew.
It won't be a conversation like back and forth. It'll be him talking to you. But I think that's probably it.
Is it dangerous for him to know what's going on?
I can't see how. But just because I can't see how doesn't mean it's not.
So maybe have the hat in my possession, but maybe not wear it.
Yeah.
Lead box.
Unless you need...
To reach a beholder?
Well, unless you need the things it can let you do.
Yeah. What?
Oh, you didn't realize it was easier to swim with it on?
Surprisingly, I haven't had to swim since then.
That's not true.
That's not true. We swam last night.
I did swim last night.
And it was easier, right?
I thought it was just because I'm incredibly skilled. But,
Yeah. Also, just little side note thing. If you're gonna store magical items anywhere,
Yeah.
you're gonna want to store them in places that have been lined with lead. We originally came to your warehouse because I was able to tell there was magic in here, and we were poking around to see what that is.
Oh.
yeah.
that's why I shut up.
Line stuff with lead,
Oh.
lock that, Empire won't be able to track it down.
Good rule of thumb.
As far as we know.
I'll have to thank you for that
Yep.
one.
No problem.
Thank you for that one.
And Tommy, I feel like you've probably there's a whole conversation here that needs to happen because
She knows
she
who you
has
are.
your life
What's his
in
middle
her
name?
brain.
Well, I guess. Is that true? I don't know.
I mean, she at least knows you, so she knows more about you
knows more
than
than
you
you.
know right now.
Does she know me though? Do you know me?
I mean,
You've worked with her?
I've worked with you. Yeah, I mean, we were
Love
we weren't close, but we were friends. I think.
You looked like kind of
I was
comfortable.
surprised to see him
okay.
here on this side. Over the years I've found one or two people from my world that have slipped through. I just wasn't expecting.
What did I do on that side?
You were the muscle when we needed it.
Okay. And was I a
That tracks.
good sort of muscle?
Yeah,
Was it
mostly.
evil?
No. You when the
didn't
boss
figure.
when the boss had us on some of the more dubious jobs that the boss had us do, you would always find a way to keep it from escalating when you could. Now, you weren't above beating somebody's brains in if they deserved it.
Okay. It's good to know.
This tracks
Yeah,
based
so
upon
at
what I've
that
seen.
moment, Killian's just going to look at Seabeam. I think you two will get along.
I mean, I like him pretty well right now, yeah.
Jeez. Where am I from?
Oh no.
Neverwinter!
So hard to find good help.
Was it never? No,
It
was
is
Never-
Waterdeep.
It's Waterdeep. It's a city called
Oh,
Waterdeep.
where Xanthar is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He lives under
Yeah, he lives under.
Waterdeep.
No, I wouldn't. Well, eventually that will mean something to you. To the rest of you, probably not so much.
Nope.
Different world.
That's a name.
I feel like you should probably write a bunch of questions that you think you would like to have answered.
And it will take some time. Near as I can tell, for everyone that's come through, there has been a period,
Yeah, okay.
days, weeks, some cases months, where the memories just don't come back. Until they do. Sometimes it happens all at once, and it can be overwhelming. Just be prepared for that.
I've only been here for 2 days, so I'm assuming I have some time.
Yes, I would imagine you've probably got a little bit of time before they come back.
I would have more questions.
You don't
What do
know
I-
what to ask.
What do I ask? That things that I don't know.
That's okay. Trust your instincts.
Yes, like
Who you are is still in there. Who you are is still in there. The memories are still there. They will come back. Just give it time.
Okay.
And I guess even if you don't have questions before we leave, he'll have a way to talk to her.
Okay. Yeah. Then I will, as I start remembering, as I have questions, then I will reach out.
Of course.
At least this is a big answer.
Yeah. It explains a lot about why all of a sudden you don't know who you are anymore. Or
Well,
what was
I
going on
really don't
before.
So you don't know what the sploof person is like up to around
Oh. Do I know Sploof?
town.
You've worked with him, yes.
This Sploof.
Maybe?
Are there more than one?
Well, I'm assuming from what I've heard.
Well, so that was all like out of play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that
Sorry.
was
That's
not
right. That's
information
okay.
you would
Okay.
have.
Okay.
We just
okay.
play
I
as
mean,
okay,
you've,
single
you've-
path
you've
characters.
worked with him before, so I would assume that you would eventually remember him.
Okay.
Great. You don't happen to know where his interests lie in town, do you?
I'm afraid not. No.
Okay, let me put
came,
this-
When he came through, he was a little. he was even more of a megalomaniacal little turd than I remembered.
So,
Impossible.
okay. So hear me out. Hear me out. All of you were seen in
Yep.
down below,
Maybe.
Yep.
except for me. I don't think they noticed me
Well, and
Right, and him.
and him.
Me.
Why don't I go say hi?
technically they only saw me for like a moment.
That could
Yeah, but
work,
you'll,
although in
You
in
should
the
not
end,
go
I'm-
by
you'll
yourself.
memorable.
I'm probably gonna have to have a conversation with
You're
him.
welcome.
Well, why don't I go and try and make amends and then?
No, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I just.
I finally have a purpose. Let
Do
me
we
do
want to
it.
go back?
Yeah.
Do we want to go back through the sewers, or do we want to like have you go camp out somewhere that this sploof person would be invested in, so it's easy to
Do
find?
you know
him?
where the entrance to his place
might
is?
be good.
Because we.
No, I'm afraid not. We've never been able to find it.
I mean, if we
It's
can't
like-
figure out where he hangs out, then
how to get to part of it? But
Is Spoof like a criminal or?
probably.
they were living in the sewers. I'm gonna go with yes.
But also, he's just gross. I mean, he's a goblin, right? So that just might be where he's
But
most comfortable.
Is Sploof a common name, or if we just walked through the city and was like Sploof, Sploof, would that cause any attention?
I mean,
I've never heard that
I would
before.
assume it would be the kind of attention Sploof doesn't want right now.
That's true.
That could work.
Or if it
We'll
comes
try
down.
it with Tommy first.
Yeah, I can.
But that could work.
Thanks.
I can go with
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
kind of see
You can-
what I can do.
You're more
Not
tanky than I
alone.
am. So.
Okay, different question. Do you know a way into the sewers that is easy to access and is potentially not guarded by large jello things that clean it?
I'm afraid not.
Okay.
That's why they're there, is to clean it.
I know. They're just a pain.
I will.
Yeah.
I will
Have any
kill them for you.
alkaline-
Gillian.
Alkaline metals.
Alkaline metals.
Okay, well, yeah. Drop off the sending stone when it's
Okay.
made. This has worked out surprisingly well, all things considered.
I told you they were good contacts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And they didn't even stab us in the back when we showed back up.
Thanks for that.
We appreciate it.
That smile was a little eerie.
So,
I mean, there was probably a pretty good chance that was going to happen when we walked in the door until.
That's fair.
We have a common ground.
what family do you have to go back to?
Yankee.
You know how many
Cabbage, you're
campaigns
blushing
ago
again.
that was?
Free. What? Let's see. What
She
was-
wants to know if
Several.
she's spoken for.
Yeah, that.
That's what Cabbage cares about.
Ah.
Not that Cabbage is saying.
Did you have kids? Husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend?
Harry.
Hurry.
No kids of my own, but there are kids in the group that I started away from Xanathar.
They're so weird. They're like half fawnish, half crow. It's real awkward.
No, and then the.
And then there's like the extended
Or not,
family,
sorry,
my
sorry.
Kids.
It's our actual kids.
like family group kind of thing.
Did she just point to us when she's?
Yep.
There was, and Keith is forgetting. Did Jen have anybody in mind?
There was people who had crushes on her. She did not have a crush on anybody.
But other than that, there wasn't really anybody. Like, I mean, I guess when I said family, it was sort of the wider chosen family kind of sense.
Not like.
Yeah.
Okay. I really hope we can get you back to them.
In my mind, Cabbage is actually fanning herself.
She might.
Question.
Yes.
You're really
In your 10 years,
Yes.
have you traveled much? around this?
I've been mostly here in Lamont's Wells. I mean, I've been up and down the river a little bit, and made some contacts down, close to the sea. Why?
So you wouldn't have been outside the Empire.
Not so much. No.
So you haven't heard of a fishing village called Elwich.
No, she can't corroborate your story.
I'm sorry. No. It's not ringing a bell.
That's fine. It doesn't exist.
It's like
not
someday
real.
it's like
find
you feel
someone.
like about our gods. That's how we feel about your fishing village.
It's not.
Except none of us are from the fishing village.
Yeah, but we haven't seen it, so clearly
Touche.
that's not real.
Well, no, but she is from the gods, so it's not a perfect
Yeah, it's
correlation
not
there.
quite right, but
Not quite
but
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Nope, nope,
clearly
that's it.
there's
That was,
a lot of
Good
that
talk.
we all have to process.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should we see you again before we leave?
If you desire, I'll make
Oh,
sure
someone
that
does.
the
Somebody says,
I'll make sure
Some
that
dates.
the watch outside will let you in.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, let's go meet a megalomaniac goblin. Because that's
Great.
what we do with our spare time,
And-
apparently.
And his rat with human hands.
No.
Is there gonna be a hemorrhoid?
No.
That's
Hemorrhoid!
On that note,
Never have I been in a room
I hope you guys-
where people just start chanting hemorrhoid.
Yes.
on that note, we're gonna call it a night. We hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. We will definitely be back.
Steven wants
Hopefully
to
we'll
die.
be back next week. If we're not, we will let you know via the Discord. So if you're not a member there, be sure you check it out. That is where we put any changes to our weekly schedule. On normal weeks, it's Monday nights at 6:30 Mountain Time. If that's going to change for any reason, we will let you know via Discord. You can always also go back and watch all of our videos on YouTube. It's not a custom URL, but search for Casual Cactus and you can find it. You can go find all of the back episodes and maybe get a little context on some of the stuff that got dropped tonight. But you can always go over there. If you haven't already liked and subscribed over on the YouTube channel, please do that. Ring the little bell icon, and you'll always be able to know when new content gets put up. That's it for us tonight, guys. So just remember,
Grab your ass and grab your balls.
and if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night, everybody.